We can also find somewhere or do it over RP chat to get the drift globe fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I am just doing one last checkups to make sure that my camera is on. It is. Okay, awesome. I'll start streaming that music. There we go. A very brief intro as we go over some things from last time. The chilly air and gloomy clouds of Bazaar are replaced by a dry heat and a brilliant blue sky visible through the arched windows of a magnificent building with walls of white marble. It takes you a moment for your eyes to adjust to the bright light. Beneath your feet is a teleportation circle from which the glow of magic is slowly subsiding. A permanent teleportation circle stands in the center of this austere, domed building. There are smells in the air here, carried from elsewhere, that of sage and cooked meats. You glance toward the view outside, and you see people dressed in bright-colored silks, robes, cloth pants, sandals. Most have bronze, sun-withered skin, and wear fashionable clothes that reflect the abundance of one of Alexandria's greatest cities. Located thousands of miles from Wildmount, Anchorel is vibrant and alive, a sharp contrast to the war-scarred land of Krohas which you left behind. Instead of the grim towers and besieged house of Bazazan, you now find yourself in a realm of sprawling roads and towering structures humming with life, all surrounded by the golden dunes of the Marquesian desert. In this blistering metropolis, you will find no shortage of opportunity for adventure. Prolix, shaking off the remnant of residuum off his hands, turns to you. All right, we're here. Everybody arrived in one piece? Good. You see him step off the teleportation platform and out of the building through a wide, arched entrance, flanked by what looks to be two guardsmen in ornamental armor of deep blue and sapphire and brass. You see him present the same badge that he carries upon himself to the guards and motions for you to follow him. Welcome to Alcarel. We're currently within the Sigil district. I trust you will find your bearings in due time, but if you require aid in that regard, I highly recommend buying a guide from one of the many tourist stalls you are bound to come across. Alcarel is a big city and a bigger attraction for outsiders yet. Do take care as you're getting used to it all, the people, the food, the weather. Plenty of places here for you to purchase clothes more fitting to the desert and such. And your gold, of course, is good here. More precious than gold in Alcarel is its greatest commodity, and I must warn you about it. Water. It is very much precious here. Best you don't drink from the city's channels. The law is enforced by the Hand of Ord, and often, as I said before, a slap on the wrist often takes the wrist with it. Keep that all in mind, you should be fine.
Right. Tilts his head a little bit. We can sell water?
It is managed by the city, a rare commodity from the oasis. You can buy it should you need it, but do not take it freely, for that is against the law.
What if I can create water? Could I then?
Water is a commodity. You can use it as in forms of trade.
Wow. Okay. I need that spell.
Well, thank you, Prolix. Your insight for this place is very valuable. We'll have to be careful of where we step then, I guess. This is all new foreign land. Is there a specific person or anyone that you would suggest as a guide?
They are not hard to miss. We have a specific faction of nomadic people known as the Trikrin. That's, I believe, what they call themselves. They are both guides of the desert and of the city. You will know them by their more chitinous exterior, insectile looks.
I can't say I've ever come across such a creature before, so I guess that can't be hard to miss.
Prolix steps outside and, like, showing his badge to the guards. He points several yards ahead to across the grassy campus to where one such creature is seated. You can't quite make out much detail from where you are within the building, but you see the insectoid silhouette and smoke billowing from him as he's currently smoking from what looks to be like a smoke pipe or a hookah.
Well, it's like what, morning, midday, or so
Midday.
when we arrive. Okay. And I look to question and Sora. The temple, or the library. Are you going to be going back there and to help with Sora?
Wadjet and I must inform our superiors at the Cobalt Soul Library of the loss we've suffered in the expedition, she says. And then the Wadjet adds, yes, we must also report your involvement in Bazaar. Question smiles. Only good things. Reassuring you, surely.
Well, whatever needs to be said for the record. If they need to speak to us directly or anything, just, I guess, track us down, or we can, better yet, I don't know, if they have a way of that, but, where exactly is the library located at in this place? Is it here in the Sigil District?
No, it is located in the Guiding District, among the other temples. But should you not find a guide and need required directions, once we are ready, I can hand you something. And she browses her pack real quick before leaving your company. You see question browse, telling you that you'll be called upon in a few days' time, should you not contact them first. And she gives you what looks to be a stone. From what do you see on the stone is carved like the side profile of like a whispering face. It is a sending stone, a device used to communicate across long distances.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. This will come in handy. It's much easier than trying to find someone who can send a message through that way using magic.
I think they're giving us one stone, so
Correct.
they can contact us.
Yeah, they have one. I'll hold on to it for now. Oh, cool.
My superior, Iwazalare, will provide you with means of contact should she require your assistance. But I welcome you to come to the temple should you wish to.
No, of course. It's a new place. I would love to see it. Unless any of you guys have anywhere else that you might want to stop first or anything.
Right, we'll inquire. Is there a temple of Melora in these parts?
Yes, right over there, points Prolix, some distance over yonder to like the east, where should you step out of the frame of the temple, you would see, or look through one of the arched windows, you would see a very large verdant bough of a tree. The canopy about maybe 30-40 feet wide and absolutely towering, looming over the buildings to the east. Those are the bows of Belora, should you require a quiet place to study or meditate.
Right, we'll take his hand and just shake it happily. Thank you.
Question turns to the rest of you. This is goodbye for now, but just for now. She goes in for like a series of squeezing hugs before turning to depart along with the rest of her surviving expedition. Unless you guys have anything else for them.
Nope.
You eventually
Goodbyes.
watch them catch a carriage headed elsewhere.
I don't have anything for them, but to answer your question, Nick, the only thing that I have is at some point today I'd like to visit the garden. So I need.
Yeah, of course. There's new place, so much to do and see, and we should get our footing, do what we need to do. We've had a couple arduous weeks, so a little bit of free time doesn't hurt. Catch up on some things. Well, I guess first, I guess we might as well just get a guide, try to get a little bit acquainted with the city. If anyone else
Who's
has
this guy
any.
right in front of us?
A guide.
Go talk to him.
Yeah. Julian's walking up over to him.
Julian and the rest of you see a curious individual lounging in a nest made of velvety pillows upon colorful rugs, taking deep puffs from a shisha water pipe and blowing circles of smoke in the air. Upon closer inspection, you note that beneath the lavish garb and the bejeweled turban, the individual is a three-creen. You've heard tales of these people. They are an insectoid humanoid race native to the desolate desert wastelands. Nomad hunters, often referred to as mantis men or mantis hunters. This three-creen resembles a giant praying mantis, bipedal, perhaps 7 feet in height and gaunt for its size. An exoskeleton catches the bright sunlight, reflecting off this gentle gleam of pale green and sandy brown shades. 6 limbs protrude from its thorax, 2 legs and 4 arms, ending in 4-fingered, claw-like hands. It looks at you with a pair of these black, multi-faceted, compound eyes. Its antennae rustle in the light breeze. Curious of most, and perhaps somewhat unexpected, is the lush beard and whiskers proudly braided and presented upon the creature's face. Various bells and gilded ringlets hang from the end of this marvelous beard. A complex jaw structure, parts as mandibles, chitter. You see a stone about the size of the tip of your finger hover a foot away from the insectoid's head. It pulses with light softly as the creature speaks. The stone resonating with a voice that quickly shuffles through an array of languages until it focuses upon your own. Translated, the three-creen speaks. Greetings, far travelers. Be pleased. Evident by your attire and wide-eyed gaze, you must be new to these parts. Allow me to be one of the first to welcome you to Ankaril, the Jewel of Hope. I am called Murshid. Murshid serves as a guide to newcomers for many years. Might Murshid interest you in my services for the mere price of food and shelter? And should that not interest you, Murshid can also carry upon himself many wares that may interest you, adventurers such as yourself, should you have the coin to spare. Laid out around Murshid.
Oh, would you look at that?
Mm-hmm.
Julian quickly says to his partner, would you look at that? There's a guide right here. What's he got? Continue, John.
Looking at the table, quick glance, you see several small glass vials, corked, containing some sort of an oil. There's a bunch of Marquesian writing on it in a script that you don't quite read, but there's a symbol that features like almost like a symmetrical mustache with curled ends, which you would just guess is some sort of a beard oil. You see an area of weapons, these 4-ended circular blades, almost like a ninja throwing star, if you will, but like quite larger, made from this like crystal-like material. This throwable weapon, akin to chipped glass, that seems to be bearing some magic runes upon it. There is an oil lamp, polished in silver. There is several folded pieces of cloth that seem to shimmer in the sun, and as you look at them, it's kind of like staring upon oil on water, where they shift their color, like benzene a little bit. As you continue sort of glancing through the table, there are several crystals laid out. One of them is this like deep, dark purple color, almost akin to matching your mauve shade of your skin. There are a bunch of smoke pipes laid out in a row, ornately carved. And another elderly individual is sort of inspecting through them as you guys are browsing. Powders, sedatives, potions, spices, and a familiar looking bottle. Actually, you've seen this before. The bottle is made of a clay jug decorated with like this green glass and wrapped in a chitin of some sort. And the mouth is corked with this wax seal. You recognize this to be sandkeg hide, which is a very potent alcoholic drink that you tried to purchase from the cook back in Bazaar, but you end up going for the lesser variety, the more local imperial wine variety, rather than something from here. But you've seen this bottle before.
Okay. Interesting. What exactly are your rates? 1 night of shelter and food per day of guiding?
Yes. He explains that he accepts like comfortable lodging and food as payment for his guide services, fetching you about 20 gold pieces a day. He prefers, sweet food with high in sugar, and it can be. He can even recommend good places to stay at, lodging. He knows the city well, seems.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. We'll need someone to have an understanding of the city. We'll just be walking around aimlessly. Won't get anywhere.
Murshid can also sell you a map, should you wish to have a visual guide. My people, they are of oral tradition, but I believe that many people like to see the pictures depicted and study it. So he turns around and fetching from what looks to be some medium-sized chest, opening it. He has an array of goods in there, and he shuffles through them, and he gets what looks to be a rolled-up piece of parchment, unfolding it briefly and giving you a glance before folding it back as a map of the entire city, should you wish.
Is it like
How
a
much for the
well
map?
detailed
Oh,
map?
sorry.
From the very brief glance you got in those 10-15 seconds, it looks very much detailed, yes.
Okay, just making sure he's not trying to be like...
Not hassling you, yeah.
Okay, like, here, a kid drew this. Here's some Crayola, Here's the tower
How
over
much
here.
for the map?
20 gold pieces.
Are any of your items magical?
Of course, I carry all battles of wares. Can't you tell by this luxurious beard? My people are not known for facial hair, but here I am. I also sell the chachka, an enchanted weapon that returns to you and has quite a wallop. I sell this, and he lifts up the oil lamp and he shows it to you. It is an oil lamp of the deep. The flame of the flame that burns is not extinguished when immersed in water and gives off a light and heat like any normal candle. Of course, if you have more coin, I also have many a fashion. I have the gleam weave cloaks of many fashions here, that while wearing these you can command to change style, color, and appearance of quality. Very good for those who wish to save money on garments and have it all on themselves at once. I have this, a very rare shard, all the way from the Miscaf Strand. This amulet is fashioned from a single shard of resilient extraplanar material, originated from there. Some say that it has arcanic properties. Of course, there's my specialty.
And he shows you like the area of these smoke pipes and explains to you that depending what tobacco you use while smoking the pipe, you can use like an action to exhale a puff of smoke, and that smoke then takes the form of a single creature, such as like a dragon, a flump, a frogmouth, whatever, small enough to fit in like a 1 foot cube, and becoming a few seconds a regular puff of smoke. Goes for pretty cheap, it being one of the lesser magic items. He sells sedatives, the tobaccos that help calm the nerves, He sells the opposite, a potion of watchful rest for 100 gold pieces each. These potions allow you to essentially stay up for 8 hours. Nothing will put you to sleep, and you will benefit from a long rest. The Thrikreen uses in the desert to keep a watchful eye of things. Spices, fusaka, more of that Sanghek hide, booze. That seems to be what he's selling right now.
That is quite the magnificent beard.
Thank you. I hope that you
What do you
find
guys
what you
think?
desire here. If not, then I apologize.
What do you guys think? I'm interested in the map, personally.
Well, the map will serve us in the long run, so that's fine. I say I'll chip in for the map.
If you give him 20
Do you
gold,
want
it's
one?
yours.
Yeah, I missed the cost of that. I know you asked.
20 gold pieces.
20 gold pieces. Yeah. Split it. Why not? 5 ways?
Do you want one of
Uh,
the six, Melina?
Say
So
again?
4 gold each?
Yeah, it's 4 gold each if we split it all.
Sure. I'm gonna give him 40 silver.
So,
Fair enough. Your gold is as good here as anywhere.
4 GP.
As you guys are figuring that out, here is a view of it. You can click on it and actually zoom in. You know what?
Gosh, it's huge.
That is
Yeah.
huge, and in order to help you guys, I think I can just do like that for now. Alright, so you guys, as he helps you out, figure out where's what, you are in the Sigil District, right over yonder.
Right. Oh, there we are.
The map, you notice, while very detailed, is labeled with lots of places that it's I'll reveal them as you guys go through them for the sake of coherency, because if I reveal them all at once, it's just like they're all over the place. But here is the Sigil District. Did I do it right?
I see the word.
You see the word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's not showing up on me for some reason.
This place is ginormous. It'll take weeks to fully traverse through it and find everything. Maybe we start small. Stay within the sigil.
Again, Murshid apologizes if you do not find that which you seek among my wares, but Murshid can recommend you visit the Suncut Bazaar, and if you're interested, I can show you where to find many other magical trinkets. Murshid can get you a special price even if you keep Murshid as your guide.
What kind of special price?
A discount.
Having a discount
That
now.
does sound enticing. That makes a 20 gold per day of guiding sound more worth
Roughly-
it.
Roughly how long would it take for him to show us around the city and to actually get an idea of everything?
It is a very large city. It might take you a day or two
Yeah.
to find everything, right?
Yeah.
He can
not
show
all
you
its
around
nooks and
this district
crannies.
to the Bazaar district and such. More than happy to.
Yeah, I mean, it's a couple days worth and we split the price 5 ways. It's 4 gold each a day. That's not bad, and we get familiar with it. And maybe he gives us a small discount or something in the future. At least we have a little bit of a small established tie. Couldn't hurt.
Sounds good to me.
What's the rest of the party thinking?
It'd make it easier for traveling.
Oh yeah, I'm all for hiring a tour guide here, but we will need to sell some of that stuff because I don't think I can support my share for too long here without putting some coin in my pocket.
Could you put the Mantis's name in chat? I want to put it in my notes.
Sure.
Mushid.
And then also,
Mhm.
okay, Mushid. And then also, you had given another name earlier for the library. Question said somebody their superior. What was their superior's name?
Make me jump all over the place, huh? One
Sorry,
second. I'll get it for you. Just give me a second here. His name. Jamil Alicia. Here's if you need it in your notes.
Yeah.
Whoops! Whoa! Don't read that. That is terrible. Why did that happen? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Don't read that, please.
Keep doing it. Yeah, keep doing it. Spam the fuck out of it.
I'm just
Unbelievable.
gonna-
I literally just copied the name.
Yeah,
Why did
the-
I copy the whole fucking
the
thing?
Jamil.
scroll up, guys.
I
Fucking
got Jamil.
unbelievable. Okay. Anyway, this. I don't know why I hit enter so fast.
Anyway.
Fucking Christ.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Good thing is it wasn't too much of a spoiler, but still, fuck. That's the name. Moshito, should you agree to have him as a guide, can decipher the map for you and show you where things are precisely on the map. Just
Well,
wanna.
I guess one of our
Mhm.
yeah. Well, Nasheed, it seems like we're all in agreement that we would like you to serve as our guide for this city. We could use your help. It's a little too large for us to tackle by ourselves. I guess one of the most important places we want to visit first is there some kind of like large like banking institution or something that we can exchange some coin?
Any place that deals in large sums will be of use to you. You could always go to the Bazaar. Alternatively, in the same sector, there is the casino should you wish to exchange large sums. But that is more difficult. I recommend the Bazaar.
Which he
Let's check out
points
the
to
Bazaar,
be,
then.
yeah, which he points on the map to be this entire section over here.
It's quite the walks away.
Way over there.
Yes.
Well, let me reload because my map is all blurry. As
It's
shit.
all blurry, isn't it? Okay, so let me.
Oh, okay.
What?
Or is that how it was?
Yeah, it's
or-
all blurry for me too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just me.
Okay, 1 second.
It was clear, but then
So
went blurry.
it was clear, huh?
Yeah.
I thought it was my resolution or something. Oh,
There we go.
Let me know when
snap.
it gets better.
Oh, that's already better.
Okay,
Yeah,
1 second.
I do see all the numbers.
I need to
lettered.
I need to fiddle around with something here. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
To back.
Um.
To back.
There we go.
Yep,
Okay,
perfect.
hold on. Oh, but it's not good though. Hold on. It's fine. You know what? We just won't have the
Number
borders.
one.
Okay,
Number two.
we'll just do that. Do you see numbers on the map?
No.
Not anymore.
No.
Perfect. That's what we're
But
gonna
we
do.
can still see this name Sigil district, so you can
That's-
put names, and I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll put name. So he points to Sigil District, and he also points several sort of marks of interest within this district by proximity. There is the. Oh, this is not gonna work for me. I need the numbers for myself though. Sorry guys, bear with me here.
You're fine.
This is okay. This is gonna be. Token. Is the map still good? Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Vigil's now gone.
this is gonna be GM layer. Yeah. It is gone, isn't it? GM layer. G.
Well, I guess on our way we can try all sorts of new food. I'm famished.
I have some good berries that I made last night.
I want to try tasty food.
Yeah.
Not good berries.
This is really fruity. Like this is the good berries I make are delicious. They're sweet. They're
Right.
very full of fruit.
I appreciate your good berries, but we had them all throughout the temple. It's like I want some meat. I want
You
to
only
try
had one
desert.
good berry.
Want to
I
try
want some
the
meat.
desert? I want to try what the desert has to offer.
I mean, if we find some restaurants and I look at some of their ingredients, I can probably make what they have here.
Yeah, I'm sure there's all sorts of cuisine to be had.
Somebody cast a
That's what I was
lovely
looking for.
earthquake spell.
Immediately punished. Immediately.
I'm gonna have to find a new uniform as well whenever we get over to the library. This one's all
What's
covered
wrong with
in.
your current uniform?
It's all disgusting, stained with fiend's blood and dirt, everything.
No,
You can't clean it? Nia has prestidigitation.
You can clean it. It's just ragged, it's just old.
Okay.
I've had
Fair
it for
enough.
a while. Plus,
Okay.
this is something that I've had. Her uniform would be more, I guess, indicative to the culture of like the Empire and everything. Maybe they have like
Mhm.
a different look.
I want to get a new cloak
Me
as
too.
well.
Okay, I think I'm good now.
This is-
Sorry guys for that.
There you go.
I have like
No
seven.
problem.
Fill it with RP.
Seven there. Yeah, I'm all for it. Finish up. I'll continue off.
No, I was just gonna say maybe they have a new type of cut here.
They do. Very Marquesian fashion here, fitting the desert, and much more colorful than you ever saw in Jorhas. And Empire garb tends toward the more cold weather, it being a more northern Empire state. Points of interest, as I was saying. See this little glass dome building look like? As he points on the map, he also points to where it's located, toward the south of you guys right now. You are, if I were to move, you are here, actually. Right where that's pointing. Where he points toward that crystal dome, that is the Crystal Chateau. It is one of the smaller, more prominent universities of Ankarel, managed by the Allegiance for All-Sight. You are currently located right by the teleportation atriums. The two buildings, twins, that both contain the permanent teleportation circles maintained by the Allegiance of All-Sight. Nearby, in the same district, you will find Lawbearers Librams, a library. There is a new, what used to be a town square, is now a excavation site of the Allegiance of All-Sight, right over here. There's also the Terrace Schoolhouse, which, as you guys are talking, that's where Prolix has told you guys that he's going to be making his way towards to sort of report to his superiors, the Terrace Schoolhouse. Of course, then there's the Suncut Bazaar over toward the west, where you'll find the central streets, the market stalls, a place he names the Bone Garden, the magic shop by name of Mystic Pursuits, and other such places, all within the courtyard of the bazaar. At the center of which is the jewel of the market, is the casino, named Lux Run.
What's this large crystal? What's this large place up here to the north?
That is the Life Dome. It is part of the River District. The Life Dome is the center of the oasis of the city, where all water comes from beneath and spreads.
Where was the Melora temple that Prolix indicated?
Right over yonder.
Oh, it's right over there. Okay, right there.
It's within the Sigil District. It's a little...
So it's just in front of the university then?
Yes. It serves as sort of a campus garden for meditation and study for the students.
Okay.
If we were to look back on the map where we were, he pointed you toward this tree over yonder, this humongous tree.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this place being called the Sigil? Is this place called the Sigil District? Because
Sigil
this
District.
is where
Mhm.
Sigil District, because this is where everybody who comes to the city teleports from.
Perhaps. It's one theory. Another theory, because the city is quite old, and Warshid believes another theory. Entire is it's named so because the Allegiance of All Sites are their primary realm of study is magic that is being sort of concentrated upon wards and sigils and like. Top protection circles is an extension of that, but not the sole reason.
Okay.
Rashid, did you have you been here for some time though? Is this where you normally stay to meet new people?
Yes, I make quite the bargainous trades here. Of course, from time to time I come and visit family back in Ramadan Desert, but I always come to return. It is...
Did
You guys have quite the spot.
Yeah, some prime real estate.
Right. Exactly.
I'm surprised he's not like. I'm surprised he doesn't have like a stick, like beating off other people. He's like, no, this is my stall. Rashid, I was curious. Within maybe the last 5 days or so, did you see another group of adventurers pass by? One being an ogre, all wearing the color maroon, maybe led by a half orc, or excuse me, water genasi.
He strokes his beard and thinking, I've seen of plenty of adventurers pass through. This city is big and hosts all matter of people, but I am sure I would have remembered the half ogre, and I have not seen one, no.
Alright, just curious if they may have passed by. They had a tablet as well, but maybe there's another place that they came out of.
Well, you said that the tablet was for the Bazaar, right? That's where those sigils went? Maybe that's where they ended up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could meet them there. I don't know if they may have passed by. Alright, well, I guess we'll just keep an eye out for them. But in the meantime, yeah, I guess let's maybe do a little bit of exchanging and head to the Bazaar, unless Riot, if you need to do anything here since we're so close.
I would like to come back here. I would like to do the same as I did in the temple someday, to cast plant growth as well around here and see what power it holds. I only saw a minuscule amount in Bazuzan. I'm curious to see if it would do more here.
Well, if you require some time to get your things straight, I need some time as well to pack away my things. I can make ready, and we can start the tour, well, let's say within half the hour.
This is more... What was that throwing thing you spoke of?
The Chachka, a tool of my people.
It looks like a very large crystallized throwing star, and from the way he describes it, it's enchanted that should you miss with it, it always comes back to your hand. Should it hit, it is magically enchanted to sort of send a whirlwind, a desert wind, to knock people off their feet.
And then it comes back or no?
I believe it always comes back to your hand, yes.
Oh, wow. How much is that?
10 gold pieces each.
If it always comes back to your hand, I'll take 2 of those.
I'll correct just for sake of fairness. I just scroll down to read it. Returning weapon always returns to the thrower's hand on a miss.
Oh, only a miss. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take 3 of them. So that'd be 30 gold.
30 gold? Sure thing. If you want to note the weapon anywhere, I can either make you a handout or here it is in text form.
Nah. I'll just copy and paste that and make something for it later.
For sure. I always have it on hand as well. Yeah.
Tom, could you also throw that name of the potion and what it does that keeps you up all night and you get the benefit of a long rest?
The Potion of Wakeful Rest, 100 gold pieces. A brew secreted by 3 Korean soldier ants. When you drink this potion, you gain the following benefits for the next 8 hours. Magic cannot put you to sleep, and you can remain awake during a long rest and still gain the benefits. We'll paste it for you. Sure thing. One moment. Make sure I'm not pasting spoilers. and mass. Got me sweating. There you go.
Potion of Watchful Rest. God damn it. Okay, I'm adding this into my notes. What if anyone wants to go take over? Go for it.
Are you buying one?
I guess we'll.
I'm holding off right now because I want to get money
Okay.
first. Because
I guess we'll give you 30 minutes to pack up.
I appreciate it.
You get a moment. He hands you the map that's in your possession, and you watch. If nobody else buys anything, he glances around, finishes an exchange with an elderly individual to his left, selling him one of the pipes as he walks off into the campus, satisfied with his purchase. And one item at a time, you watch him just place them in the chest, and you begin thinking like, that's not gonna fit. That all is not gonna fit. And then you watch him like take the entire table where the pipes were, fold it the legs in, and put the entire like board into the chest, and just vanishes into the bottom, as if the chest is bottomless.
jeez,
Cool.
maybe we should think about getting one of those.
Doesn't sound like he's selling it.
No, I'm sure there's a lot of places here that might have something. Maybe ease the load off our backs, especially mine. I'm already getting tired just carrying everything I have.
What do you have on you? That's so heavy.
Enough to survive from our trips. Bizoxin.
Just like your bedroll, blanket, and pillow. It's like I'm too heavy.
I mean, Melina's like, she's 5'7", but she's like not athletic in the sense of like very muscular. She can't carry a lot of weight. She's not an athlete. She's a mathlete.
Okay.
But yeah. After 30 minutes, if anyone wants to do anything in the meantime, if not, Melina will just light a cigarette and just kind of be on the hangout, looking for anything.
You watch Morshi's antenna twitch a little bit as he seemingly sniffs the air, though you don't see a nose featured on his face. You do see the chittering mandibles kind of part.
Is that? Imperial Classic. Long black. Good tobacco. Not as good as Marquesian tobacco, though. Should you require more, I have a plenty. Good calming of the mind.
Give me that weed.
You said you
No.
had tobacco.
Yeah, it's tobacco. I know.
The good shit.
No, I'm gonna have to look forward to trying the local classics here, I guess. I've been
The
so used
local
to these.
Zaza.
Yeah, local Zaza. Give him the old Riz. Yeah, it seems like. Yeah, look into his device, like the hookah and everything. I've never even had the opportunity to try those, so I mean, we'll have to try something a little bit later.
Murshid has a favorite space called The Shade, where you can buy your own, or try.
At this
The
point,
shade.
the Shade. Some relaxing spot known for their hookahs. As he continues backing away, Prolix approaches your lot and just says, I must report back to my superiors. Should you wish to meet with them, I could escort you to the terrace schoolhouse and personally introduce you to the Allegiance of Allsight. But I see you're already sorting your own things out, so of course if you'd rather first find lodging for yourselves or take a walk around the city, you're more than welcome to explore and return to the Allegiance of Allsight in time. We are not too far from here. He points northward, down this path over here, and northward up this path, and just off where the map ends, you see a sizable building, two-storied with a domed sort of roof made of this white, yellow sandstone that he names as the Terrace Schoolhouse, is where he will be staying.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
stupid.
we're gonna get ourselves situated first, Prolix. Thank you.
Of course.
We'll be back soon.
Okay.
While the insect, actually gets prepared, Riot would have would probably start wandering over to Melora's temple.
Sure.
I don't
Does
know if
anybody?
anybody else would have followed him.
Mhm.
Yeah, if
Where's the
he's
temple?
taking his time. Just to the right. To the east.
To sunrise. Anybody staying behind for any
This
reason?
purple building?
It's a large tree that seems to be looming over the rest of the buildings to the far of the map.
Yeah, if he's gonna go, then if he's still taking his time to pack up everything, then I don't mind going to check it out.
Nia is
If
with
he
us in
tells
spirit.
us where he's going, then Jillian will just stay here. Because he knows he's not going too far.
Okay, fair enough. And then we have Zeno, Melina, Nia. Yeah? You guys can move your own tokens. I'll describe things as you move along. As the retreat continues to pack away, you get a glance around the streets. It is quite a busy city. All manner of people, all manner of ages. You see it is also very much well guarded. You see a dozen or so guards, all dressed in these reddish metallic armor, ornamented with dark blue cloth, many carrying heavy scimitars or long pikes, shields. The armor is designed in a very ornate fashion that is also functional. And as you pass by one of them, he just kind of turns to you and you hear his voice through the helmet. It looks to be frilled, almost like bat wings on either side, made of metal, and his voice just gets through. Welcome to Ankarel. Keep your weapons sheathed. Be pleased. A very positive, welcoming demeanor, especially having seen you come from that atrium.
Riot, after he said be pleased. What do you mean by be pleased?
It is the common greeting of our people. You must be not from here.
No, we're from I'm from the Menagerie Coast. We're from Wildmount.
Mm-hmm. Be pleased is a phrase used by natives of Marquette, them being a very guest welcoming people for the most part. Not subservient. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess just kind and serving.
Etiquette.
Yes.
Okay.
Be pleased is a common phrase to use. Ahead of you is in a dark alley that stretches onwards for several feet. Smooth cobblestone like red pebbles lead your eyes to hundreds of visible, vertically inclined buildings of reaching peaks and smooth, pointed rooftops as far as you can see across this cityscape. It's a city of vibrant color. You see nearly every home, storefront, and outhouse has some form of draping silk or painted mural to give it individual character, standing out against the rest of its neighboring abodes, creating this calming, beautiful symphony of really nothing in the presence of it all. The people are walking with purpose, and the sound of foreign barking and shouts occasionally break the air. You proceed onwards toward the Grand Tree. Taking in its large size, you look beneath its shadowed canopy and see the following. Let me just go ahead and give you a glance to its beneath. There we go. A verdant garden, a little square. The tree about 10-15 in diameter, feet wide. You see spiraling formation, almost shamanistic in their design, weave themselves up the tree, and a slight green glow from the roots up to the canopy seems to be pulsating in this natural shrine to Melora. To the south, yeah.
That person there, does it look like they are a student?
Dressed in decorative white and gold-trimmed robes. This wizardly-looking figure is sat at a bench, currently reading a book. It is a half-elf, by the looks of it, very well ornamented with very heavily pierced face and chains that sort of remind you of the likes of Gilsariad, but not a drow. Pale-faced individual that most likely spends most of their time indoors. A student is a likely guess, yes.
So there's no one around that looks like it could be a druid or a keeper of the grove?
Not really. You see students around, I just don't have the tokens down, but you see students around, all dressed in that uniformal green and brown vestments of the Allegiance of Allsight, laying on the grass or otherwise sitting on benches, studying, hanging out. There's not a single keeper here, though. No.
Okay.
Sorry,
I was going to ask if there's unopened flowers or flower pods that haven't bloomed yet or not.
You find some, especially close to the tree roots. Some that have not budded yet, but thrive in the shade, not dying to the heat.
Riot would go over and cast Druidcraft on them one by one to help them bloom and flourish.
What does the flower look like?
If I was able to, Riot is going to actually create a good half of them to be the same as the Onyx one from Betrayer's Rise that basically signified rice pudding.
Mm-hmm. Here in the bows of the Wildmother, so far from Bazaar, the spell holds true. Nature obeys, and the flower blooms.
A couple other ones would just be of simple different colors. Riot have been able to see the colors of the Cobalt Soul off of Melina, and the cloak that Julian wears would create some of those, and some of same as the Allegiance of Allsight, just create flowers with the main color and then the shades of white or the shades of like slight gray with the main color.
And as you do all that, your magic gets enhanced a little bit. Little motes of light, green and purple and yellow, vibrant colors, swirl around you for a moment as you feel like a very gentle, warm, welcoming breeze, like the hug of a maternal figure. As you're watching this, Melina, you also sense the magic on the air. Being of the arcane yourself, you see that around just this large sycamore that grows in this park that offers the shade and comfort, there's a sort of wild magic that lingers here, sort of cleansing the air, allowing for a brief moment of peace among the nature of bustle of the city. Though you do note that while most people relax, there is a clear absence of people to the south, near the tall building. It looks to be like some sort of a library. Nobody seems to be hanging out around that spot.
You know about south here, like in the bottom right of the map?
Yeah, like here.
Oh, okay. And you said there's no one hanging out?
No, people seem to like actively like avoid like laying their blankets down in that sort of area and sticking to like the more central northern side of this park.
I don't blame them. The shade's pretty nice. I'm already trying to adapt to this heat. Well, the breeze feels good. It's quieter here. Can actually get, I don't know, kind of lost in thought here.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Right, you get lost in your thoughts, and Right continues the magic. More illusory flower petals bloom around yours. You even see a few odd creatures, seeming leaping between the bows, watching you. This hawkish-looking bird lands with its feathers the color of deep beige and like that sand gold. Seems to just cock its head sideways and watch you as you're doing all this. A few of the Crystal Chateau students approach in awe. You see a female halfling student who has spent her afternoon here sprawled on like a blanket, like reading some adventure novels or what have you. Approach and just kind of gasp and look at the flowers, take them in awe. It's beautiful, thank you.
It is the least I can do to the mother, the wild mother. she's given me the magic to help things grow and flourish. It is at least I can do to give back to her. If I'm able to find time, I'll come back to help these flowers grow even more, and I'm curious to see what will happen. It seems different casting my druidic abilities here. Can you give us any information about this tree that is pulsing with energy, with life, with... I don't know how to explain the feeling that surrounds me. I don't know if it's the same for my compatriots, but can you explain this?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, but I feel too, I think. We all find our peace in our own ways. I tend not to focus so much on explanation, just enjoy it. This is one of the few places that reminds me of home. And I guess you're in that same boat. You don't sound like you're from here.
I'm from Port Damali, or close enough there, from the Menagerie Coast.
Oh, well, if you bring a little piece of that here now and then, I would very much appreciate it. I'm a ways off from Port Damali. Sorry, introductions in order, right? Nessa. Nessa of Kimmel.
Okay, one second. I gotta write this down before I continue.
Sure.
Nessa Kimmel?
Nessa is the name, and she says she's off Kimmel. Kimmel, you know it. It's a small city built on the rocky foothills of the Ironset Ridge, all the way in the Republic of Tal'Darai.
Okay.
Yeah. It is quite a big known village.
Right, well...
But she's a way off from home, yeah.
Is there a certain flower you remember from home?
We used to have these cattails growing next to my home in the wetlands. Long and bristling, and when they would shake in the breeze, they would make this almost grasshopper-like sound. I missed their fluff. My brother used to tickle my nose with it, and it was a sweet memory.
Riot will kneel down and create 4 of them that are close together, of the cattails. Calls them bloom.
You find like a wet patch. You find a patch shaded here, that from which grow these elongated, verdant stalks with a brownish piece on the end that begins to bloom on the end from the top to the bottom with this cattail-like fluff. She delights in it. You make one student's day and gain inspiration. As that all happens, Anthony and Melina, anything you wish to do while you're here?
I would look to Zeno and say, maybe the sun will be good for your skin. Maybe not look so pale and gaunt.
I've always looked like this. What does that mean?
Both of you are super pale. What the fuck?
Well, I'm pale because I just choose to stay inside, but I don't know. This place has a certain...
That was out of character. I'm sorry.
charm to
Julian's
it.
not there. I just thought that comment was so funny. Yeah, coming from him.
Yeah, maybe
I
you should
said it,
put
no.
some. You should put some sunscreen on there, Drow.
Tieflings don't tan, they have hellish resistance.
Yeah. Damn it, give me that vitamin D!
I'm talking to Julian.
I'm not there. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have
guy.
spoken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
But
about
you did. No. I am watching. Just watching Riot sort of attune himself to so seamlessly to this environment, and just really just taking in the sights. I mean, this is a huge city. I have never been to a city this large, so
You feel maybe a little intimidated?
no,
That's...
it's different territory than I'm used to, but with enough time, just as anything, you'll get used to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But how many students did you say that were gathering? Just a couple?
Just Nessa. A couple more are gathered around the tree, just sort of enjoying the flower growth, and another miracle performer come to the temple. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wanted to come up and ask. Actually, amount of time? Yeah. I'm sorry, I overheard. You've already met my friend Ryan. He was able to kind of liven the moment for you. You said you were studying at the Crystal Chateau, right?
Yes.
What is it that you find so interesting to maybe devote your studies to? I mean, what interests you?
The good thing about the Crystal Chateau is that it offers this tuition for free, something I couldn't afford back at home, so I'm free to sort of explore all areas of abjuration, conjuration, magic, and the like, especially focusing down upon the inscription of spell scrolls.
I actually just did a couple spell scrolls back where we were from. Nothing too advanced, but that's great though to hear. Um, Excuse me, and you said the Crystal Chateau is an offshoot of the Allegiance of Allsight. It's their facility.
It's their facility. The Crystal Chateau is an elite university and essentially the headquarters of the Allegiance of Allsight, if you will. From what you can see even from here, because it's an immense structure of this smoky quartz and white marble, the Crystal Chateau is one of the more major landmarks in the sigil district. So, she can tell you about it a little bit, or you can ask your guide, whichever. But it's essentially an elite university and headquarters of the Allegiance of Allsight.
Yeah. Well, that's great to hear. Is there any school of magic that you're particular with?
Abjuration seems to call to me, and free tuition helps with that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've been working with a fellow of mine, Joe Rashid, and he's quite talented. You can see her blush when she's talking about him.
Is that the man over in the corner?
Oh, no, he's...
Oh.
He actually hails from where I'm from. We came together. We've been lifelong friends.
Well, I'm glad such a place offers that. Wish I had that. Prize in school debt.
Yeah. So, to summarize, the Crystal Chateau serves double duty as a university for the teaching of spellcraft, arcane theory, and it serves as a center of Allegiance operations. Though not all members, as you can see here, are of the Allegiance. Some are students and professors from other universities throughout the world that have come here to collaborate. Every would-be pupil must first become a sort of a member of the faction to participate in the studies within the Crystal Chateau. But tuition is free once you've earned that honor, so because tuition is free since the Chateau's expenses are subsidized by the city in the expectation that the university's graduates will then use their gifts to protect Ankarel and enhance its prestige across the world. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, no, I was going to say good luck with your studies, and maybe we'll be seeing you around. We'll be paying the Crystal Chateau a visit here at some point, I'm sure.
Are you planning to join?
I'm already dedicated my life to, the library of the Cobalt Soul. I'm originally from the Empire in Zorhaus. Or in,
Empire.
Yeah, Empire, located in, what's the name of the, Exandria, sorry.
Many of my fellow friends and students are of the Library of Cobalt Soul. We are, after all, very close collaborators, and don't let that stop you. We would welcome you, should you earn your proper status, but I'm sure you have the talent.
I'm open to all avenues still, but we'll see where things go.
Fair enough.
You mentioned to the south a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It looks abandoned?
It's not abandoned, but nobody seems to lie in the sun near it. Everybody sticks to shade.
Ah, okay.
The building itself doesn't seem abandoned. You can even see a few shadows walk past the windows of this, what looks to be some sort of a public library.
Everybody's just looking for shade. Got it.
Nessa, I have 2 questions. One, if we ever make our way to the Crystal Chateau, if I ask for your name, would you be able to show us around?
No, I'm sorry. You'd have to find another inn, so to speak. A recommendation perhaps from the Cobalt Soul, or along those lines. I don't have the authorization to just bring anybody. And I'm sure that the gatekeepers would ask what your business is there as well.
I'm sure.
I've never seen the place before. I'm just curious. It sounds pretty because the name is Crystal. My other question would have been, do you know where a unique shop would be for magic in this area, perhaps?
Have you tried the Bazaar?
We haven't gone yet. I just wasn't sure if there was something close by.
There's a weirdo hanging out in the campus grass area that seems to sell some knickknacks. We made sure that none of those were stolen from us. Maybe you'll find what you're looking for there. He's not hard to miss. Big turban, insect face. One of the 3 cranes.
Oh. Does he have a beard?
Yeah. Now think about it. But you'll most likely find what you're looking for in the Bazaar. I would think it's much more trusty folk there. And if you know what you're looking for, you'll have better luck finding it there.
Thank you for all your help, and I hope that you can enjoy these flowers with everybody else that's here on campus.
She take a moment to, without taking it off the ground, without killing the plant, she just takes a moment to enjoy the fluff of the cattail. Something to remind her of her home. That's nice. Hopefully you get a little bit of information out of that. What would you like to do from here?
After that, just go back, and it's probably been close to 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, about that time-ish. Yeah, right, you get a confirmation that your magic does take hold here without any interference from betrayer god influence or anything along that line. Fair enough. Julian, panning the camera over to you, what are you doing?
Just chilling out, snacking.
Okay.
Just watching this guy as he packs his stuff up.
One table at a time. He folds them in with the rest of the goods, and he just begins to endlessly shove them into this chest. As you watch one table at a time, things vanish into this seemingly bottomless container. By the time that your party rejoins you, he seems to be packed and ready to go.
Let's go.
Rolling up the last of his carpets and shoving them back into the chest, and then his hookah, and yep. Puts the chest on lock and just sort of straps the chest onto his back.
As we're heading to the bazaar, right? As we totally go there, but I'd like to ask. Jeez, how do you pronounce this guy? Moshid. On the map, pulling up the map, where could we find the Celestial Terrace? I just want to know from my own bird's eye view if we're ever nearby.
Located in the guided district, which is right over. I'll show you. If you're in the sigil district, the guided district then is. I'll need to fix this map next time I'm here because these layers are not working for me. Do you see the guided district text?
Yes.
Suncut Bazaar and guided district.
Okay, cool. So. The guide district hosts most temples here, and among them is the Garden of Sahanine in Ankarel, located along the more southern cliffs. It is, he describes it as a large terrace with these pavilions draped in dark blue silk that you can see from a mile away, from where visitors can enjoy a beautiful view of the city and the night sky. The terrace is also adorned with statues and sculptures depicting Sahanine and her followers. So it's not hard to miss. It's in this vicinity.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
To the south of the guided district. All right, that's just what I wanted to know. Depending on where we are in this huge city.
Right. You guys can also use the text tool if you want to write your own text, by the way. For waypoints or make a circle, I don't know, like a moon. You can use emojis too. I used to do that for us when we played this campaign and I was back in a party. I used to do emojis for places all the time. Yeah.
You would speak to my friend when you arrive there in the terrace. It is looked after by a Felion Starshadow, a tiefling cleric, and a good friend of mine.
If you're looking for who's taking care of that garden, there's a name.
Place.
Yes.
The He gets one, but Milord doesn't.
in the lore as a second-class god.
I just noticed the insect race. I didn't write his race in my notes either. I wrote homeless bug person named Mushe.
Oh, what?
Some murder hobo we hired. All right.
I'm gonna kill us with one of these guys eventually, and it's all gonna be Julian's fault.
Nah.
That will likely be the cause of any TPK.
Okay.
Julian did it.
You guys ready to move on from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure his cousin's the chasm.
Let's begin then with the excursion. You find yourself currently, he's walking, talking, in the Sigil district, one of the smaller districts in Ankarel, but also one of the busiest. People from all over the city commute here every day to study in various educational centers. All intellectual trends are represented here, from basic skills and crafts to the most esoteric magical students. We are currently in the campus, grounds home of the all things important of the allegiance of all site institutions. If you look to your right, you will see the teleportation atrium. Also, there's the Frog and Kebab Inn, a popular food place and one of my favorites. There is the Emerald Iblis Relic Hall, a museum of collections and archives. And Scrolls Alcove is right over there. Scrolls Alcove is a professor's dormitory, but you'll be able to enjoy it from the outside. Walking past the bows of the wild-mouthed lubbers, Librams, you walk in this direction. So you'll be walking past the Terrace Schoolhouse, one of the larger of the two universities, although the complex is not as impressive as the Crystal Chateau. It's still worthy of a visit, perhaps. It is made up of both older wreath brick building and newer structure built from stone quarried from north of Marquette. The institution regularly organizes one-day educational seminars in which the general public is more welcome to participate than, say, the Crystal Chateau. So that one is more of a public space, the Terrace Schoolhouse. Right, moving right along. As you guys continue deeper into the city, the sheer size of this town has some of you in awe. The streets, narrow, then open, lively and cultured. The energy is infectious, and you can't help but feel like there's a lot of interesting people, cultures, and momentum all about you, no matter where you seem to walk across the streets. Though the culture here appears to be far older than that of the cities you may have been to before, even the buildings and constructs range in ways that there's some variation of some of the abode here and have been worn through time more so than any that you have encountered in Wildmount, for the most part. Very ancient city. These decorated and intricate buildings fill the streets. You can see pride in their construction, and the smell of horses and hot desert air combined with various burning spices, sage, that occasionally wafts through the air toward your nostrils. This ever-changing exotic skyline above you occasionally grabs your attention. You see distant shadows of what looks like skyships docked at a distant skyport to the south. You yourselves get many curious looks from the many denizens, expressions ranging from amusement to mistrust as you pass by, until you come upon a massive building that shines with the sunlight. Above you, you see a number of red flags that hang and drift about 5 feet in length. These thin, draping pieces of silk that shift with the breeze, and you can see a number of these strands across different roads. And it's at this point that you look up and realize that this is the entrance to the Suncut Bazaar.
You get
Why?
yeah.
Sorry, continue. Why? Can I try and get an idea of why people are looking at us with distrust and stuff? Is it? This is a huge city. I imagine most people don't know everybody in the city. Is it because like we're dressed differently or something like that?
It's a good guess.
It's a good guess.
I can't make you rule for what you might like. You're free to think that. Yeah, of course. I'm not sure what you're making the check for. Sorry.
It's like an insight check, right?
An insight check to detect what? Sorry.
To sort of try and figure out why people are looking at us with distrust and like wariness.
Sure. Roll me an insight check.
Ryan's just waving at people that are looking and smiling at them or looking at these distrust. He's just waving.
Some wave back, friendly. Some ignore you. You even catch a glimpse of fellow Tabaxi passing by you and just kind of not waving, but keeping his arms sort of tucked in his sleeves. He just gives you like a just toothy grin and nods in your direction before scurrying off into one of the alleys. 19 insight. You look at the people trying to detect what's their damage. Why they're looking at you that way. Most people you come here that come here. Sorry, it's like a very largely human population. You find looking around, you don't detect many of your kind. Not many drow here at all. Beyond that, you've not seen a single like dwarf as you walk through the city, but you have seen a number of dark-skinned halflings, a few half-elves. Not an elf caught your eye ever since you've wandered through. You've seen a couple of tieflings that walk openly in the city, which is a rare thing from most. Even back home for you, Julian, most tieflings generally are met with distrust and prejudice in the street. Here, no one seems to pay them any mind or bother. You do see a few half-orcs. This team of half-orcs that are shouting out in a language that none of you understand. Some sort of sales pitch that they're giving, and there's a few people gathered around them. It's a very wide variety of people that live in the city, and everybody seems to mesh together without issues or prejudice, but you haven't seen a single Kryn or a single drow here. Not one dragonborn either, as Nia is catching a few looks as well, has caught your eye. And yeah, you've got an eye of many because of that. Wherever you walk, you can see the townspeople like stop. They don't gawk. They don't stare intently. But you don't notice. They're more curious, but no one appears to be, following you or anything for now.
Okay.
As we're walking, does Ryan see anybody in the shadows watching them or stalking them, kind of a way that the Myriad would if they're keeping an eye on new folk, or see any markings that could be considered thieves' cant, like they do back home?
Well, roll me one at a time. Roll me perception for looking behind your back to seeing if you're being followed.
Perception 16.
With some confidence, you get a general idea that you're might not be blending with the crowd per se, but nobody's following you. And you haven't caught that kind of haven't done anything to catch that sort of attention quite yet. You look around for any symbols of the Myriad, and you find
the Myriad, thieves' cant, or markings on the wall that could be considered thieves' cant. Like in alleyways, or
as you're walking, none in the streets that you're following. You do keep a keen eye on the guard that patrol around, the heightened presence of guard here, especially as you're approaching what looks to be some sort of a Silurian palace in the center of the city. This multi-storied, tall, obelisk, towered building that the army seems to concentrate around. In order to venture through to the market, you have to walk through what Marshid calls the Sun Herald District. The Sun Herald District is where most guard live with their families and operate from, this close to Cerulean Palace. So you would imagine like criminal activity would probably be either very well hidden or not at all in this sector of the city.
Okay. Also, I'm rolling a d6 for my... Okay. Woe and...
Well imported for today, yeah. Fair enough.
Crap, what does that mean?
It means that you woke up this morning and you glimpsed the red moon as you opened your eyes before your conscious took full agency of your body and you were out of that dreamscape. I think odd is woe.
Oh.
Right. As you guys realize you're entering the Suncut Bazaar, looking off toward this would be if you guys are approaching toward the west, and what you've been watching as you approach, there are these cluster of dark blue and purple towers of various width marking a central place in the central city. The Cerulean Palace I mentioned. In the center of them is this one very large cylindrical tower that rises up past them, up all into what looks like a chalice or a cup-like platform at the very top that is impossibly high among the rest of the structures here in the city. It seems to be a beacon or a watchtower over the entire of Ank'Harel, and it's like dead center in the city. But your attention now, here in the Suncut Bazaar, as you step toward your quarry and step around the corner, you can see the following. Let me load you into the map. I have a map for the bazaar. You'll be approaching with Murshid, ending up here. Okay. Let me know if you guys have vision. Melina, slipping, Riot. There we go. And Murshid is with you. I'll put his token down in just a moment. Take a glance around the map. Let me know if you can see the buildings and stuff. You should be able to see the entire map.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I see the entire map, yeah.
Cool. Okay. And Murshid leading the pack here. Okay.
Sorry.
Your attention now here in the Suncut Bazaar as you step around the corner. You can see tents and storefronts and buildings and voices rise as different barkers are shouting out their wares. You can see carts being drawn through the streets by horse and camel. You can see what appears to be a dozen upon dozens of people coming through with small satchels and coming by and purchasing their necessities of the day. You can smell the cooking meats and food in the distance. You can see street performers juggling and distant music of buskers in the side of the street, playing various flutes and instruments. Some you recognize, some you don't. You guys were inquiring about a magic shop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Murshid leads you across the terrace toward over yonder. Up these steps. You see colorful tapestries frame the entrance of this establishment. There is a door over here, and this staircase leads to the rooftop, and there's a door right in front of Murshid. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and unroof this, and hopefully it works. That's the map. That's the token. To GM layer. Did that work?
Oh, sweet. Yep.
Okay, cool. Neat. And then around the corner would be the shopkeep. There we are. Beyond the threshold, silk curtains cover the walls, and magical baubles cover low wooden tables illuminated by scented candles. Some of you walk into the further interior right. You see around the corner there, you see a soothsayer sits in the back of the room. Her deep blue hood pulled down over her eyes, and a deck of cards spread out before her, offering an invitation to peer into one's future if one dares.
Okay, right. We'll definitely be taking her up on that before they leave.
Hmm.
Is there something that anyone's looking for? Something specific? We still have to do a exchanging
Oh.
first.
Yeah, I think we have to exchange first. Why? What's the point?
I mean,
Window shopping?
if what we want to buy costs thousands of gold, we can just trade one of the bars for it and get change instead of having to exchange it into coins first. But if it's like 500 gold, then maybe giving them a bar is too much.
Perhaps we all will find something of use in this shop. I think Melina did say getting something like that chest would be quite useful, but maybe in bag form?
That one heard something more. What's the word? Mobile. Compact. But I mean, sure. There's. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that I could love to buy, but there's also a lot of shops. There's a lot of stuff to do, but it doesn't hurt to take a look around. But Julian's right. If we do make a large purchase, it would be a little bit easier, lessen the weight that we carry.
As your voices carry, you hear the rustle as the shopkeeper parts the curtain upon its upper rail there and steps into like the main shop and sort of leans her hand gracefully against one of the counters and pulls down her hood. You can see the soothsayer is a tiefling of pale skin, reddish hues, black horns sort of crest around her cheek line and down toward her chin. And her eyes are these like stark white, almost glowing in the dim light of the shop, and a single red ruby gem sort of embedded at her brow, coming off this very thin chain. I am Amakazne, and welcome all to Mystic Pursuits, where one can choose. Are you looking for anything particular?
How do you spell a name?
Amakazne?
Thank you.
Amakazne? Maybe I misspelled it, yeah.
The A silent?
Yeah, Amakazne, yeah.
Kesney. I think we might be looking for multiple things, perhaps. I remember we were talking about maybe finding a bag that can take a bunch of stuff.
I do carry that sort of thing, yeah. Let me see. She makes her way around the shop. Yes. A Badawin's bag of holding?
Rad's gonna look at Molina because he doesn't really know what that kind of stuff really means.
It looks like a cloth bag. About. Let me pull out the specifics here. I'm sure we all know what a bag of holding is like. She has one of those. Outside dimensions of about like 2 feet at the mouth and about 40 feet deep as she shows it to you. The Badawin bag of holding is decorated with like sand dunes and like a embroiderment of like the sunset with these shades of orange and gold. It's beautiful.
Even I myself could carry something like that, or anyone could shove a lot in there.
Right,
would be very helpful.
Right, puts his head up. I like looking for shinies.
Take a look around. Just be careful.
Oh, sorry. He was more mean to Melina to like put a bunch of stuff.
But I'm still in the room. Yeah.
Sorry.
Fair enough. If you want a bag of holding, guys, she offers it for 600 gold pieces.
So that'd be 600. I'm just gonna make a little list here. 600. Is there anything anybody is looking for?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Is sort of my problem. I'm not sure if there's something that might pique my interest, but for a specific item, not at the moment.
Do you sell any cantrips that can augment someone's weapons?
Lorian, what's a cantrip that augments your weapon?
Green Flame Blade and Booming Blade?
Like in scroll form, you mean?
Yeah, in scroll form.
Yeah, she'll have those. You can cast a cantrip freely. What would you need in scroll form? I'm confused.
Because I don't have the cantrip for Booming Blade.
Oh, fair enough.
So I want to get scrolls for it.
Yeah. Cantrips would sell you 50 gold pieces each.
You might want to opt up for a leveled spell that can do augment your melee attack.
Maybe.
Go big.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. It's up to you, though.
What about do you have any magic items? Rings?
Right, you have
Amulet?
plenty, yes. She shows you a showcase with this glass top and framed with gold. Opens it up. You see several golden braces, about 5 laid out. Emerald, ruby, sapphire, topaz, aquamarine, tourmaline gemstones embedded in these ringlets that are used in various spells, works. Gem-studded golden rings, diamond and crusted tiaras. But the crown jewel among them are 2 items. One is a necklace featuring a pyramid symbol that she explains is actually something recovered very recently by one of the Rumadan desert expeditions. A mummy-cursed necklace of Insight Greed. It is a one-time... It stores enough magic in it to operate one time before it will become dust. But should you concentrate your powers through it, it can fixate creatures upon this amulet and draw all their attentions toward it for an amount of time. Other than that, she also shows you a ring encrusted in what looks to be like a very shiny, large pearl that seems almost like translucent, like almost like a bubble, and a small mote of magic is being held within. A pearl of power.
Wow.
What does that do?
What's the pearl of power?
Pearl of Power holds a stored amount of mana within it, magical essence to weave to help you recover spell slots, essentially. Without
It
having
also
to rest.
serves as a pearl for, I believe, the Identify spell.
Sure. Makes sense. Pearl of Power. If it's worth 600 gold pieces, then it's worth 100 gold pieces, yeah.
Melina, is that something you would need?
Yeah, there's quite a few things that I would like to find that might help me along my way. You said Pearl of Power is 600?
600 gold pieces for the ring of Pearl Power. Pearl Power. Pearl Power!
Yeah.
Pearl power!
Yeah, there you go.
If she has enough of them, I'd like to buy 20 of the Booming Blade scrolls. That would be 1,000
She does not
gold.
have 20 cantrip scrolls of that specific spell you're looking for. En masse. This is a magic item parlor featuring many rare collections, but she does not have them en masse like that. You'll probably find 2.
Okay. I'll get 2 of them for now, for 100.
100 gold pieces. Done.
Can I ask her to, like, procure more into the future, and I could, like, come pick them up?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Might use a die on this. Never mind.
Natural 20.
Natural 20?
This guy.
Seemingly intrigued by your exotic look. I have not seen your likes in perhaps ever. She says, I will if you do me a favor for a favor. I
What's the favor?
would have You partake in something I've been dabbling in. A bit of divination magic, if you will. A card reading. I do not
Sure.
do business with strangers, so this will be our way of getting deeply acquainted.
I'll partake in a card reading.
Sure. How many do you
How
want
much
to
is a
order?
card reading?
How many do you want to order?
18 of them.
18 of them? Sure. It's going to take quite some time.
He's just gonna have a binder.
She's going to tell you that using her sources is going to take her about 2 work weeks to fulfill this order.
Okay.
Payment in advance.
Would there be like a would they like gradually come in, or is it like all 18 come in on the last day of the 2 weeks?
Order to pick up all at once. Yeah. Do you wish to make some sort of arrangement where she has 1 scroll a day for you? Is that what you want to do?
Something along those lines. I was wondering if that would be the case. If I could like come in halfway through, pick up half of them.
Sure. Each day that comes to pass, she'll have, through her sources, 1 cantrip spell scroll stored especially for you if you pay the full amount upfront now.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm
900
curious, 'cause
gold
I'm-
pieces
Oh fuck, that's a lot.
for 18 scrolls.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
so he 1,000 in total for scrolls.
For cantrip scrolls.
I'm sorry, I'm making a list here of how much everything is currently.
It should be 2,200, I believe.
Yeah, currently. Thank you, baby. I was gonna ask, is there anything here that would make me harder to hit? If someone attacked me, and would it make it harder?
Along the lines of what he is wearing. She points toward Julian, toward the cloak he's wearing.
I was more wondering if there was an item that would cause like disadvantage, or perhaps something like that thing.
She does not carry anything of that like.
Damn it. Something to make me wiser?
She does not carry anything of that like. To save you time, she carries nothing that will make you wiser or make you hard to hit. You see an area of potions, fire orange and glowing. These potions of fire breathing. You see a potion of growth, several vials of potions of healing of the greater kind. Again, that mummy cursed necklace, the ring encrusted by the pearl of power, the Bedouin's bag of holding, and a cloak. It's called a cloak of the manta ray. And
What is that?
What does that do?
I just read about that the other day.
would Melina like to share with the class?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I literally looked at the cloak of manta ray. I was like, "This seems interesting," and then I just blew it out of my brain.
While
Oh,
wearing
it has a tail. That's kind of cool.
while wearing this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater and you have a swimming speed.
That's
Pulling
right.
up the hood up or down requires an action.
Could be useful.
It is her weekly special.
900?
It is a very popular. You're asking about the price for it?
Yeah.
It's 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
It's a very popular, new trendy item that a lot of people have been buying for one reason or another as of late.
Why have been people buying it out of curiosity?
She doesn't ask why. She only sells.
I haven't.
People have
She
been buying
didn't.
it?
She didn't ask Julian what he needs 20 cantrip scrolls either. So, what's up?
If people are buying that, I'll chip in my portion of the bar. Buy that manta ray cloak.
There's only one currently, so we would be buying the only one. But sure, the cloak of the manta ray.
To me, that people, if there's a need for this, then there's a need for this. So I'd rather be prepared.
Oh wow, 60 feet swim speed. It's not just walking speed.
I mean, right now, just
Remind me, yeah, sorry, Nick. Remind me, whenever we break down all of the actual sort of gold pieces that we each get, what was it?
3,840.
3,840. Okay, perfect.
No, it was actually this. Because that's how much we got in total.
But
One of
Nick answered my question.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, what each of us got. If we
what each of us got.
a lump
Okay.
sum, yeah,
Mhm.
and then divided it equally, it would be 3,840.
Perfect. And I interrupted you, Nick. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say if it's a weekly special, if she still has it, I mean, we can always come back later if we think we might need it too, or anything.
4,800 equal. It was a different price that he gave us after.
Oh, I thought we got okay.
It was 24,000 in total. He revamped the amount of money that we actually got.
can-
I have
You're
that.
welcome.
You can thank Lorraine for that. He was very innocent.
Of course.
We had. I don't know what's in my notes. I'll trust what you guys wrote.
Yeah.
All right.
We have
So, add that one to the tab.
So that would be 1,000.
4 bars that are worth 5,000 GP each, and 4 bars that are worth 1,000 GP each.
It's in the handout on the very top of your journal, by the way.
Yeah, it's in the
just-
handout. So we can.
Just so you know. Mhm.
So we're at
Give one of-
3,200 right now.
What are those greater healing potions worth? And how many of those does she have?
They sell for 300 gold pieces each.
Whoa.
And how many does she have?
3.
Do we want all 3 of them?
You're the only one with healing potions right now.
Yeah, right now I have 2 on me, regular healing potions.
Well, let's. I mean, fuck, we got a ton of money, but
Was she just
Maybe
standing
not
there
blow it
like,
all.
these guys are paying me 20 gold pieces? What the fuck? I'm in the wrong business. But no, I'm just kidding.
For 3 of them, they were how much? Sorry, each.
900
300
total.
each. should be
300,
900.
900 for 3 of them, yeah.
Oh,
So if we were to get all 3 of them, it would be a total cost of 4,100 gold.
nah, for 3 of them for that much? Nah, man, that's a lot. If they're each
don't want-
900 gold each.
No,
No,
300.
they're 300 gold each.
Yeah.
It'd be 900 for all 3 of them.
900. Yeah. Okay. I misunderstood what you said. I mean, we can always come back and, buy a ton of shit, whatever we think we might need, or unless you guys just want to stock up. But buying all this stuff right now and wearing it and having it might draw a lot of attention.
I was also
you
thinking,
want-
just for the sake of trying to keep the change as few coins as possible, to try and rack up as close to 5k of a price.
I mean, we can. There's a bunch of other stuff we could ask for, but
I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff.
I posted in general
Okay.
chat in Discord, because I can't post it in the Roll20 chat, but in general chat on Discord, I did post a full shopping list that she has available for outside
Oh,
of the custom order by Lorraine there.
golden bracers, gemstone, gold runes, diamond crescent. What's the diamond crescent tiara do?
It's a very big piece of shiny.
Oh, it's a shiny. Oh, fuck.
You know what tiara is?
Yeah, I know what a tiara is.
Okay.
It'll look good on you.
I have a question.
Pretty
If
princess.
if I have innate spellcasting up to 2nd level, can I read scrolls up to 2nd level?
Innate
without making
spellcasting
a
has nothing to
track.
do with your spell scroll reading.
Okay, that's just entirely dependent on my class.
Yes.
Okay. Does she have scrolls of hex?
You have hex.
No, I don't. If I'm asking for a scroll of it, I don't have the spell.
Oh, you didn't take hex. Wow.
I did not. No. It wasn't. I didn't think it fit Julian's character to take it.
She has 2.
For how much each?
100 gold pieces each.
I'll get them.
Cool. So I'm trusting you guys that you're keeping up the map here. The math.
Yeah.
I'll be reviewing session after this anyways, but it's fine.
We're at 1200, 1400, 34, 4400. Is that right? Where's my calculator?
We could get 2 of those greater healing potions and then be exactly 5,000. We could just give her a bar without any change.
Why do you want to spend all the money here? There's other places to go.
It's not all the money, it's 1 bar. I'm trying to be considerate of the shop owner so she doesn't have to give us hundreds of coins and change.
I mean, she probably has the money. Let alone that one of those
this
bars
is an expensive establishment, I guess.
One of those bars is 1 payment for 1 person in total.
You are slowly becoming my favorite customer.
How many scrolls did you get? How much did you spend on scrolls?
He spent 1,200 on scrolls.
1,200. Okay. All right, and then are we going with the potions? I got
people don't want them.
I got the math here. So far we got the. Good.
We're at 3,400 right now.
No, it should be more than 3,400.
Bag of holding, pearl of power.
Oh, the bag of holding. How much was that? 600?
600 gold. 600 gold for that.
Yeah.
Pearl of power 600. That's 1,200.
Wait. Oh, so we're getting. Wait, are we getting the pearl? Did that happen?
I thought Lena said she wanted it.
I didn't hear that.
It's interesting. I wanted to see if she carried somewhere else, but I just wanted everyone to get their orders out of the way first.
Yeah. So
nothing is here for Riot that he wants.
What is Riot looking for?
I'm basically trying to find items that will make it hard. Like I can make it harder for them to hit me because Riot's going to be more in the front line. I was also trying to find something that might increase his wisdom by 1.
She doesn't carry them this week, but perhaps check another time.
Okay. Or if there's a way to get better armor, but I assume that's another shop.
You go to armor.
There is an armory and blacksmithery if you're not looking for magical armor.
I am looking for magical armor to assist in survivability, but I don't know if there's other shops as well besides yours, or if you're the only one. I just don't want to put all of our burdens on you.
She's probably not going to tell us her competition.
I do carry these, and she puts a pair of matching bracelets upon a table. They're made of gold, hollowed out, seem to be fitting around from like your wrist to your elbow almost. And very ornamental. Don't seem like they would lock any blade in any sort of form. Seem to be like one big piece of jewelry, but she reassures you that they're enchanted by the allegiance of all sides mages with abjuration magic to protect one who is otherwise encumbered by heavy plates. Bracers of defense.
Oh, encumbered by? So you need to wear heavy plates?
Well, if you are encumbered by heavy plates, like a spellcaster would be, right? These bracers are light, and there are more minor version. They will give you essentially better dexterity and survivability when facing a foe. Like so. I'm sorry, I was looking for a handout.
+2 to your AC.
+1.
They're shiny.
+1.
Oh, never mind. It's +1.
While we're in this game, +1 is no armor and using no. Oh, I have armor, so that wouldn't help me. That would help Melina.
Yeah, I would take it.
What is one rarity below rare?
Uncommon.
Uncommon, thanks. She does not just sell, Nick, she doesn't sell rare items.
Yeah, I was just curious. Normally,
that's why I'm making them cheaper, but also less effective. Well, compared to their original. Riot, for you, it's gonna be 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, this doesn't work for him.
For the bracers, yeah. If you want to
Lena,
spell
do you want the bracers?
This wouldn't
they'll-
work for me. I wear armor.
Yeah, they'd help me a lot.
Do you want to get the bracers and the pearl?
Druids wear armor?
Yeah.
I wear
Those
hide
two-
armor.
Yeah, those two would be definitely purchasable for Melina. I wanted to inquire to see if she would have something that would enhance my arcane abilities. Something like, excuse me, let me find it. Something to enhance my spell book to give me a little bit better power, one up on my foes. What I'm essentially asking for is a +1 arcane grimoire, or to infuse it my spell book already. That's why I asked that earlier. And that's uncommon.
One moment. Tasha's. While you're holding this leather-bound book, you can use it as a spellcasting focus from your wizard spell list, and you gain +1 bonus to spells, attacks, and to saving throws. Nice, and to saving throws. You can use this book as a spellcasting focus. In addition, when you use your arcane recovery feature, you can increase the number of spell slots you regain by 1. Yeah, that's a cool item. I've never came across it.
I really like that.
That's a very. She'll be able to. It will take her. She doesn't carry it on hand, but should you leave your spellbook with her for a day's time, she'll be able to upgrade and work upon it to upgrade it in such a fashion. It will cost you 1,000 gold pieces though for this upgrade, because it is something that she doesn't carry on hand, and she has to outsource her work a little bit and stuff. But
yeah, of course. Giving over a spellbook is a pretty big deal, though. Is there a way that I would be able to just, like, take the day and just, like, be there or anything?
you can stay here in the shop with her if you so wish.
I don't want to miss out on everything else, though.
Mhm.
If I was to, like, put in, like, a request or an order just to kind of, like, expedite this whole thing, like, if we were able to take, like, a down day, like, in between doing what we're doing, and I could just spend the day to be, like, have eyes on my book.
She will take your money whenever you're ready to start. She'll actually require your help with this, because it is your, after all, spellbook, and all this customization work will be required to be done in such a fashion where you can still use your spellbook, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just, like, that's my lifeblood right there.
Mhm.
I just don't want to hand it over to a shopkeeper like that. But no, she'll do that. And then
Okay.
she'll just spend like one down day helping and doing all that, though.
Oh,
But
no,
she'll put an order in or a voucher or whatever.
She'll take
So
your
are
money
you
whenever
getting
you're ready to get that done. Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you gonna
so
take the protection bracelets too?
yeah, she's gonna take the book, the bracers, and the pearl.
But you're not going to pay for the book right now, right? You'll do that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She'll.
Okay,
So
so
for now,
Mhm.
we'll be spending 4,400.
yeah,
How much is the pearl?
600.
600.
600?
So 600 for bag of holding, 600 for pearl, 1,200 in scrolls. Manta cloak is 1,000. Protection is 1,000.
I
My
so
math.
do love it when adventurers come to my shop. Just 5k, easy. Here you go.
So
Lovely.
600 gold back.
Good day of business. And I
Mhm.
guess we'll
Mm-hmm.
check out this card reading.
Right. She leads you to the order back of the shop, sits you down upon ushers you to like what looks to be like a pillow seat in front of this low table, and lets you handle a deck of cards. It's onyx black on the back with this golden skull filigree on the back of it, and lets you shuffle them until the deck feels right. And it's almost as if at one point the deck whispers, "That's it. Stop. That's enough." Heading over the deck towards her, she draws 2 cards out of that deck, which I am actually gonna rule. The first card features a gesture-like figure. I wonder if I can actually place it in the chat like this. Oh, I can. Nice. A gesture-like figure. I see much success in your future, much experience to be had. The jester, though, is not one of wisdom, so you might take care that your instincts not land you into hot water. She flips the card face down upon the table. Staying silent, you watch her as she...
nods.
Yeah.
June just nods as he follows along, staying silent, letting her do her thing.
She flips a second card, looking to be like the sun. Of course, the fortune of the desert. I see a further treasure in your future. You are one to seek treasure, are you not? One to make the most out of the fortunes of life, and then spend them willingly on cantrip scrolls, or whatever have you.
Indeed.
Your fortune lies there, out there, in the sands. I see a sun-shaped rock formation beneath which lies your gold. Should you be brave enough to pursue it? But remember the first card. Is this the wise choice? There is always a risk, and one must always choose. She leaves you with that image of the star-shaped rock formation in the desert, where your treasure lies. Do you believe in fate, Lorian? Does your character believe in fate, in the foretelling of foreign fortune?
I think in the past this answer would have been no, but Julian's been coming more open to the idea as of recently, ever since Bazaar. So, yeah, he's starting to have more faith in things such as fate.
Okay. In your opinion, then, sort of parallel to this question, what do you think what does a jester mean to you? Just looking at the card in front of you.
To me, it sounds like a trickster.
Like a prankster? Somebody who does
Maybe,
things for
yeah,
the lark?
I guess it could range from harmless pranks to things that are more criminal.
Fair enough. For the most part, this card reading seems vague, perhaps, but she seems saved by it. Perhaps even have gotten something back from it as she retrieves the cards and shuffles them back into her deck. I can continue the service to you or any of your kind if you have any question that you wish answered. But that will cost you gold. 10 gold pieces per question.
Per question, huh?
Now that I have attuned to you, and through you, you being the proxy, I have attuned to your party, I might be able to lend you that aid as a service. To you and the rest of your party. If you guys have any questions, she can divine an answer, possibly.
It's interesting.
Let me think
Thank
of something really fast.
This was an interesting experience.
She'll be also here, like, she's not going anywhere.
Alright.
For now, so.
We got 2 weeks to work on my shit. It's gonna stay here. Yeah.
Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just, like, come into a shop, buy what they have, and, like, be like, oh, they have one scroll, I'll take the one scroll. No.
I guess we have 2 weeks of downtime
For the
now.
next year, you're my bitch. Here's gold, shut up and do it.
Basically.
It's funny because if he dies, I mean, she'll keep doing the scrolls, so, like. Here's your 900 worth of cantrips.
If I died within 2 weeks, then she basically got free 900 free
You get a
gold.
new cantrip next level, Julian?
If I were to take... What level? Let me double check the Warlock
Yeah,
class.
okay.
I think if I took another level in Warlock, I could get a third cantrip, but why do that when cantrips are so
You're
cheap?
right, you have money, use it. Totally right. Does Zeno have any questions toward a diviner, perhaps?
Over this experience, questions? No, I don't.
Huh.
No, I
No,
don't have
I
questions for
don't.
her. But I'm wondering, like, was this reading for specifically for Julian, or was that reading for the entire party?
It was specifically for Julian, for the person sat in front of her, and so are the rest of the readings. It's just that now that she has attuned through, so she claims, now she has attuned through Julian as a proxy, she'll be able to gauge your personality more, having interacted with you in her shop and such. But those fortunes were specifically for Julian, supposedly.
I wouldn't actually. At level 3, Warlocks still only have 2 cantrips. I would need to get to level 4 before I get another cantrip. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Look
2
at the one
levels
in
into
spellbook.
Warlock or just buy cantrips.
That's
Oh.
fair enough.
Oh, I know you're Hexblade. Never mind, you can't do that.
No, okay, I was just curious. That's good enough for me.
I would like a fortune.
For sure. She awaits your question.
I thought this was a fortune telling.
Do you have a question that you want to foretell about?
Okay.
Just something for her to focus upon.
No, I don't. I was under the impression you sit down, they draw your tarot cards and tell you what's potentially in your future. What do you see in my future? That's my question.
Okay. I see. She shows you a card. It looks to be a drow hanging upside down and webbed in a cavern.
I know.
The Hanged Man. I see peril, a challenge that you shall face, or perhaps an event that will force you to escape from your former self. To aid you in this endeavor, she withdraws another card and shows it to you. It looks to be a noble attired gentleman in a black velvet suit with this red accents of roses all over it, almost like a tuxedo, if you will, holding a long alabaster cane and seems to be veiled, masked, hooded. To aid you in this event to escape your former self, you'll have the help of somebody veiled, secretive, somebody with connections. And this will lead you to change. She draws the last card, showing it to you. An individual walking through what looks to be a planar rift from the ethereal to the material, sword in hand. Into a better self, an enlightened self, away from the darkness.
I'm writing this down. Okay. That was something for me to really absorb.
I'll show you what the 3 cards look like. I'll post them in Discord right now.
Nice. You actually have a deck out?
Yeah, I've been doing it on camera, dude.
No, just make it's cool.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. You don't have a question?
We'll do it live.
Yeah. Yep, 3 cards.
Dope.
Interesting.
Have you a specific question in mind?
No.
Any of you?
A specific question? No.
Okay.
Riot. Oh, Melina, you gonna go?
I was gonna say I might come back to and visit her later, or I might do something on RP chat. Think of some good questions later. I don't want to rush something.
She withdraws a deck from the. She withdraws a card from the deck and shows it to you, Melina. It looks to be a party of 3 individuals in a smoke-laden room, some sort of a tavern, a warrior looking after a weapon, a party of some sort. And she just says, "Bring your friends. Do not travel alone. Nothing good ever comes of it."
Putting me on the spot to ask a question. I might, come back with.
To Zeno, She shows you another card, one last one, as you are preparing to leave. Your destiny awaits you, Warrior of Starlight, and shows you like literally like a cleric of stars.
Now that I believe.
This is literally just drawing the right cards. Such is fate. Yes. Alrighty, we're gonna go all Barovia up in this shit as I
Wow.
shape some things in the future according to that reading. Alright. Fair enough, guys. Moving right along, unless anybody else wants to shop for anything else in the store.
I'm gonna just buy enough inks to write those spell scrolls into my book later.
That was a hub in bulk. Spell components, she has. If you ever need spell components up to like 1,000 gold pieces in worth, she has them. Consider.
Yeah, I just need the ink.
However you need, she has it within reason.
Yeah. Mirror image and rhymes biting eyes. Just they don't have an actual money amount. I don't think. I know Mirror's image doesn't.
Okay.
So that'll be it's 50 gold per level, so that's 100, 200 gold. Add 200 gold to the shopping list. I'll take that in ink.
Who's keeping track of the shopping list?
I
just noticed this was the Hades music playing.
Of course.
What do you want me to put this underneath, like incidentals or something?
Incidentals doesn't mean anything to anybody. I put it under wizard supplies or something.
Just say wizard ink.
Mm-hmm. Special ink vellum, right? That's what you need.
200 gold?
Yeah.
How's the stone of Ayun treating you, Murshid?
Quite well, thank you. Translation has been flawless.
Of course.
So that's 4,600 in total, I believe. Gold.
Yeah, it is.
Money.
So it'd be 400 gold back.
I don't mind giving her my platinum bar.
Okay, you pay for your goods as you will. She gives you your change, no problem. Anything else from the shop?
600 gold.
400
that's all.
gold.
No, I mean, do you guys want to? I think that Riot mentioned something about an armorer, or maybe something that would help her to protect. We want to seek out a armorer, a blacksmith.
I would be looking for magic armor. It would be in this shop or another magic shop if there was one around. It wouldn't be just straight to.
You mentioned there was an armor behind her.
Not always true.
There is an armory that Marshit will let you know about called. Let me check it out here. The Sunforge, I believe it's called.
They might be able to
Okay.
enchant your armor, right?
Perhaps if they're able to, in a way, make me a little bit more blurry and harder to hit, that would be fantastic. I think I'll be in the front lines from now on. I don't have a really high armor, so it's quite easy to hit me if I don't use my shield, and I won't be anymore due to the fact that I'll be using this blade. So
What are you proficient with, armor-wise?
I am proficient with light, and I can use medium armor too, but I can only use hide, which I'm wearing.
Hide because it's made of non-metal.
It's not metal. I cannot use metal armor.
I want to question. I had back in Betrayer's Rise, I picked up that I have this breastplate that I'm wearing, but it was made out of, I don't know if you said it was made out of chitin or a carapace, kind of like a shell.
Yeah. Our watch armor? Yeah.
Yeah, so is it metal?
No, it's made out of an animal.
Well,
Would Riot be able to wear that?
I could wear that, and then you could get like normal half plate for yourself.
thanks for taking my idea, guys. You know, I didn't just set that up for myself or anything, but
Sorry.
it's cool.
Sorry.
I appreciate the excitement, but yeah, that thought's out there because that's the direction I was thinking too.
I'm not going to say that Ryan knows. I'm literally wait until you tell it in an arcade.
Yeah. Either way, I think that it's worth stopping by a weaponsmith or armor, or just see if they can enchant things. But Riot, if you truly plan on wielding that scimitar and plan on being up front, you know, he taps on the armor he's wearing. This isn't made of metal. You might be able to wear this. It's breastplate quality. Breastplate quality.
I ever since Rice Pudding has fallen, I wish to take her place where she was in remembrance of her. If that is strong enough and I am able to wear it, I would gladly wear it to help myself survive a bit more. And then perhaps I could find something that will boost my armor from that on. But I will be in the front. I will be the one that keeps our enemies away from us, if I may.
If you're looking for a smithing, Mushid will be able to help you with that, having bought his services. There is another sector, district of the city called the Ridge, up north. And over yonder, you will find what's called the Sunfire Forge, a smithy built partially into the side of the mountain that borders the north side of the district. The Sunfire Forge is the premier blacksmith and weapons manufacturer in Ankarel. Its name, coming from the forge's unique power, a source of power, liquid sunlight, if you will, harvested from the iridescent crystals lining its roof. I can get you a special price from Rohaya Tak, the half-elf who looks after the place.
Do go
There we
on.
go.
We can make a right there if you're done in the bazaar.
Riot would ask the shopkeeper one quick question before they leave.
Of course.
What kind of enchantments can you put on armor?
She doesn't delve in armor smithing.
Oh, I didn't know if enchantments was the same as armor smithing.
She deals in scrolls being sold to her from the various universities here and makes a few magic items per se, and sells them ready to, sells whatever is ready, right? Whatever has been made elsewhere.
Right.
She, that mantis cloak, it's been already made. But she doesn't take, normal cloth and enchant it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if she was kind of something like that. Okay.
Well,
Like a Pumat Soul, I wasn't sure.
Well, Pumat Soul, what are you looking for from Pumat Soul?
No, I was more thinking of enchanting, for example, if Zen was able to find something and would bring the breastplate to me. I wasn't sure if there's a way.
You know what? For the sake of convenience, I'm going to take that back. Sure, she'll provide that service to you. Pumat Soul, I get that. Let's do that. I like that. Enchanting armor. I'll have to look it up. Has a cost to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's not beyond what she can do because she has a certain skill cap. But yeah.
If not, we can always ask Mashid later.
Yeah. It's either way. It's not going to be enchanting armor. It's not going to be something she can do in a day. So we can totally do that over RP chat. How about that? And
How about that? That's perfect.
Yeah.
Give you time to look.
But sure, we'll say that for the sake of this, Kizney will be able to help you with that.
Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else? Anything else in Kizney's shop of wonders?
Might think of something later.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, I have nothing.
Okay.
Also, who's going to hold on to the bag of holding? I mean, Riot's game, but I don't know if you guys want him throwing random stuff in it. It's up to you guys, though.
No, not if you're up front. No bag of holding for you. If that thing were to get ripped, then bad news.
I mean, I don't mind holding it. I can
Sure,
start
let
carrying
me
my
hold
own
it.
weight.
There we
Sorry,
go.
I'm like chewing on something. Yeah, I can take it. I've never been able to carry much, or I can actually start physically carrying my own weight for the group. I don't mind holding out to it. I'm typically towards the back of everything.
Are you two okay with that thought, Riot and Julian? I feel like if either of you had it on you, and being so close to sword play, it might get a tear in the bag, and we don't want that.
I'm more than fine with it. Julian's already putting some of his shit into the bag.
And
Sure.
you will hold on to this, and you will hold on to
And
this.
here's my bedroll, my blanket. Let's put the mess kit in there, the tinderbox.
Julian's moving into the bag.
What else do I not want to hold on to anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, we can do it later, or we can do it over the week.
So where else do we need to go? Anything anywhere else here in the bazaar?
I think we're headed up north now
Okay.
to the Sunforge. I don't remember what it's called.
Taking another
Well, do
hour
you-
to walk. Oh, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, if you want to go to the Sunforge, we can do that. Or do you want to dump the rest of the money we have and not walk around with like a fuck ton?
Why don't you just put it in the bag of holding?
I mean, we can. I'm saying like for safety reasons. Like if anything happens, we're in the bazaar. We know it can be a little bit rougher. And they have a bank here.
What did you
or
have in
whatever.
mind for dumping our money? It doesn't sound like there's a bank. It sounds like our options are the casino or spending it.
It don't matter then.
Does your Cobalt Soul offer some sort of hold?
I mean, they might
30
offer
bucks?
me. They might offer me and Nia to hold on to our funds. Being of my status of an expositor, I'm sure they might put something aside for safekeeping.
The only issue with that is that if we ever need something quickly, we'd have to run across town to hopefully get someone to get it for us. And
Oh
if we somehow end ourselves up in another portal by accident, we're gone. We don't have the money with us. But in the bag of holding, it feels like nothing and nobody knows it's there.
If you want to leave it there, that's fine with me. But, yeah, we can head to the Sunforge.
Sure. Taking another hour or so to walk up north up the busy streets as evening begins to crest and the sun begins to turn that beautiful red shade of sunset. You head toward the ridge. Sitting atop one of the city's three plateaus, the ridge is Ankarel's industrial district, if you will. Its streets are crowded with smithies, foundries, shipyards, and warehouses. As you make your way past the skyship conglomerate building of the Alpharin Union Shipyard, you find your way to the Sunfire Forge, this smithy, and indeed, built partially into the side of the mountain that borders the north side of the district. The Sunfire Forge features a beautiful iridescent crystal sun lining roof. The consistent heat of this concentrated sunlight forms energy that allows for the creation of fine metalwork that incorporates fragile components such as arcane minerals and gem dust. You see two glowing streams of sandfire cascade down the side of the forge. It has a pitched roof before coming to rest in like a stone reservoir where the liquid is stored before being funneled into the forge. That put us on the map. Sunfire Forge. One by one here. Julian, Lena, Wright, Zeno, and of course, last but not least, Rashid. Open doors, because it is still open. You see the following. There you go.
Wow.
As
Wow.
you taking the awe of the place, you see bronzed cannons befitting a ship, shields, dummies wearing various suits of armor, weapons contained in glass containers, and at the store front, sort of greeting you about 10-15 feet from the front metal doors, is this half-elf who introduced himself as Rohaya Tak. Here's the name, if anybody wants the shopkeeper's name, of the Sunfire Forge. Let me get a little token for him, why not? Sure, let's do that. Well, greetings. How can I aid you today?
Alright. Is this open?
Yes.
Yeah, we're interested if you have the ability to enchant armor. Weapon.
Of course. We are very innovative here in our metalworks. My combined work of smithcraft and shrewd business intuition will get you the best price. Are you looking to get what sort of armor am I working here with?
I just put something in my mouth.
That's fine. What are you looking to get crafted exactly? What item?
Riot, did you have any questions?
I wasn't sure if you were able to enchant armor to make either myself a little bit harder to hit, or
That's what we do here.
even perhaps I don't want to say disadvantage on attacks, but like
Yeah, I get
don't
you.
know.
Enchanted
Try to get,
armor, it's what we do here. Yes. Do you have anything for me to work with, or is this work from scratch?
Riot will turn to Zeno. I will only take the armor from you if you're able to find armor for yourself.
We have plenty to sell here.
Okay. Do you have studded leather?
Yes.
I imagine.
Plenty of it.
Alright. We can figure it out, right?
This place looks like it supplies the entire army of this city, so...
Yep.
Those of you who venture a little bit past the threshold toward the more eastern side of the shop, you can see runic circles embedded in the floor where they have an enchanting station. The more western side of this temple to the metalwork features various grinding stones where they sharpen their tools. This place has it all, it seems.
Alright. So we have our own armor. Perhaps I might need to buy some from you, regardless. Kind of enchantments can you do?
If you're looking to enhance it, so it is providing more abjuration magic to deter one's body from coming into blows with blades and such, I can do that. An additional shield, if you will.
Make one more.
That is
durable.
what it sounds like to me. You guys want just armor with plus AC. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, because I think that getting an armor with disadvantage is like very rare.
You would need to hunt a very special beast found in the desert for me, and I'm out of that resource. But should you find the displaced beast, I will be able to work its hide for that. Have you ever come to blows with a displaced beast?
No, but I now want to. If I got an enchantment on this armor, would it be able to change it for the other enchantment if we found the hide?
Certainly.
Riot looks at everybody. Hunting trip?
You know, sometime in the future, I don't mind stepping out of the walls.
How long
Yeah.
would an enchantment take?
Depends on the
Or
work.
augmentation?
The displaced beast armor will take me weeks of work. It is quite a rare item, and Not a frequent request, and I will have to gather my resources, and you'll have to provide the hide of the beast, among other components. If you're looking for something as simple as enchanted armor, magical armor to prevent one from harm's way, that would take me less time, perhaps a week's worth of work, perhaps less.
I would take the increase in armor for now, and if we ever manage to find a displacer beast, I would definitely.
So, are you looking to enchant a chitinous armor?
Yeah, to get it a little bit stronger. Yeah.
Okay. Presenting it forth.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, as long as Zeno, I'll purchase the studded armor for Zeno. I can do that just from straight gold. I think.
You have that much gold? I think it's gonna cost thousands.
No, for studded armor.
Who studied?
Oh, I'm assuming Zeno wanted magical studded armor.
If he wants, yeah, then we can use the bar. Do you want magical studded armor, Zeno?
Not sure what I want, but yes, he'll start to doff the breastplate, carapace, or whatever it is.
Okay. You guys feel free to take a 5-minute break, if you will. I need to look up the cost of magical armor and how much it costs to craft. To how much does it cost on the market?
Okay.
So if you don't mind taking a break, and I'll be ready when you come back.
That's good.
Sounds good.
I'm eating, and that gives me a
No
chance.
worries. I'm going to go get a little more food. My wife made like absolutely amazing slow cooked beef short ribs, and it was to die for.
Nice. Eat that shit up.
Already have some in my lunch for tomorrow.
Celestial Temple. Major tier rare item. Okay. DMG 152.
I want to chug a huge bottle of honey. And you know what? What's stopping me?
Diabetes.
I don't have diabetes.
Not yet.
Not yet. Fuck.
Rarity, found it. Okay. See, I don't have my books on me like I usually do in sessions because I took all my books for that home campaign I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't have my DMG on me right now, so I had to look it up real quick. I found it though. A +1 piece of armor, enchanted, is a rare item. This is a big city, so rare items are found more frequently, thankfully. But they do go for premium price. So a single piece of enchanted armor is going to go from anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500, depending on certain factors. So I'll just wait till everybody's back and we'll handle that. Certain factors, like for example, if you're always supplying the armor, it's going to reduce the price, right? So if you're asking to make armor from scratch, let's say like if it's a full plate, you'll be paying like the price of the full plate on top of the enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some good shit. Did you know the DMG has optional rules for mixing potions?
For mixing them?
Yeah.
Just like random ones together, or like?
Yeah. Oh, well, not random ones, the specific ones you have on hand, but yes.
Huh.
The result is a D100. Yeah, and it's different results can come up with.
What are some of the results?
Well, best case scenario. Let's start with most average, right? So, like, sometimes one potion might lose its effect, or both potions will lose their effect if you're experimenting, right? Or sometimes both potions work with their numerical effects and duration halved. Other times they're doubled. The best case scenario, which is like if you roll 100 on that, is that whatever potion you drink, the effect is permanent. The effect of only one of those two potions becomes permanent.
So if you have a like superior healing potion,
that will increase to like hit point maximum.
wow.
Like for example, if you have a potion of healing, it might increase your hit points maximum by 4 or by 6, whatever is the grade, right? If you have like oil of etherealness, it might permanently trap you in the ethereal realm, right?
Jeez.
But those are optional rules. Not everybody uses them, and I understand why. But it's kind of fun to an alchemist character. Yeah. Are we all good?
I'm back.
Is anybody else not back? Are we still waiting for Will? Still waiting for Will. Okay. Zeno, do you want to get armor for yourself as well?
I'm gonna take Riot up on his offer to buy studded leather, because that'll drop me down to light armor, but I have open range to use my full deck, so it sort of evens out.
Cool. So
now, as far as making it magical or enchanted, it depends on cost and time.
So you can immediately right now purchase enchanted studded leather armor, like +1, for 1,250 gold pieces.
Write that down.
Yeah, I have enchanted. That's studded leather +1.
Got it.
And they have it on hand.
Does this guy also? I know we're not sure where we are. If this is just armor or weaponsmith or not.
It is.
Does he just armor? Okay.
No, it's everything.
Oh, both, everything. Perfect. Does this guy enchant, say this, hand crossbow?
Yes.
I'd be curious what this...
It's not the hand crossbow that's enchanted, it's your ammunition that gets enchanted, and that's good news actually, because it's cheaper for you. Because it's expendable ammunition, you pay less. A lot less. +1 ammunition, +1 ammo in D&D is what rarity? I don't know. No, it's much less. It's uncommon. Yeah. So like, for like a bag of like a quiver of like 20 crossbow bolts, it will cost you 500 gold pieces?
Five. 500. Oh, okay. Oh, 20.
Yeah. Which, I said they're expendable because they might break. They're not guaranteed to break, however. If you recall, for range ammunition, if you spend some time after battle recovering it, I think you recover half. So you're really getting a bang for your buck there with range weapons. But eventually they deplete and break, so that's why they're reduced price.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That's 25. I already spent 1,000 on my
I'm back.
gold.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
consider that, and then Will, for you, that was a half. Did you say it was half plate? The chitinous armor that you have.
Zeno knows. Is it half
Yeah.
plate?
No. It's a breastplate.
It's breastplate.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, I don't think I would have given you guys.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No.
Like, woof.
So it's gonna be 400 gold pieces, reduced from that price because you're already supplying the breastplate. Just so you know. So 400 minus the original price would be. I don't need math for this. 1100. So 1,100 gold pieces.
1,000. Sorry.
Yeah, gold pieces for +1 breastplate, and because you're already supplying breastplate. I can't tell.
So
Yes.
how much is for this? That in total, including Zenos.
I don't know. You guys do the math. Whatever you're purchasing, right? It's all there in chat.
Well, so I'll just start calculating it up again.
For sure.
So 500.
Looks like it'd be 2,850 GP if we get everything that was listed so far.
What's the 1250 plus 1? Is that the breastplate?
Yeah, that's the studded
That's
leather.
studded leather.
Oh, that's the studded leather. Okay. $1,250 plus 500.
Does he have another set of studded leather plus 1?
Sure.
I'd like to get one for myself as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this. Let me uncheck that, and then, yeah, I do want to drop. I do want to get the leather plus 1, and then the 20 crossbow bolts for 500.
Okay. So that will run you guys 4,100 gold pieces for this entire operation. And within the hour, he finishes up sort of fetching, refitting all the straps. But this armor comes ready for the Hand of Ord army that operates here. The guard force, the Hand of Ord.
But the breastplate isn't ready, right? That one's going to take like a week to finish.
No, you're supplying it, so it just takes him. It's going enchanted. Yeah.
Okay.
Will he buy? I have my old scale mail. Will you buy this?
For half the price of its value, yeah. Scale mail sells for 5e.
Scale mail is 50 gold pieces.
So 25 gold pieces, he'll buy it off you. You know, it is.
All right, I have the armor open.
Yep. Sold. So deduct that from the total. Whoever's running, crunching numbers.
I mean, it's
I think
money.
you can just keep the 25 GP for the
It's
scale.
going in your pocket. Yeah.
All right. Well then I'm gonna keep it. You
Yeah.
guys tried-
It's your.
You tried to talk me into it. I'm not gonna be fooled.
All right.
So 1250 times 2 plus 500.
Mm-hmm. The only downside to this whole interaction of yours, because you're mass ordering stuff, is that while he has some things already on stock, your custom armor, when enchanting it will take like another hour, so you'll be pushing toward like the late evening at that point, time wise. But
You want to get dinner while we wait for that to finish?
So it's 4,100 right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also sell my regular studded leather. Get myself 22 gold and 5 silver.
Sure. Melina, anything you're looking around for, or anything you're just inspecting while you're here?
I got a sandwich. No, nothing. I'm pretty well off with what I have right now. I'm not versatile in weapons per se. Magic is more my forte. So, while it's all interesting to see the, metal work be done and see the sweat put into it, there's nothing too much for her here. At least at this time.
You really begin, as the time goes on and the sun begins to set towards late evening, you really begin to appreciate this place. It is beautiful all day, but especially at night, you begin to see, along with you, crowds of tourists flock to see this industrial wonder in all its luminescent glory. It's pretty.
Julian will ask him, just out of curiosity, how much are those cannons?
1 second. Let me check my ledger here.
He's been eyeballing them ever since he came in, just because he's so impressed just by the fact that they have cannons that they sell casually. He's never seen that in a weapon shop before.
I typed in Canon 5e price and it's giving me a bunch of cameras, so just bear with me here. Why am I not using my compendium? It's probably in here. Canon price, please. It's under siege weapons. I know where to find it. Dungeon Masters, please. Siege weapons.
What if we tame a giant creature and then strap the cannons to its back? Like, it looks like a Blastoise, but it just shoots, cannons.
Go for it.
Like, literally, I think that should be
Probably
a goal now.
super heavy.
Let's go find a
It'd have
Blastoise.
to be a huge creature or bigger.
Yeah, it probably have to be huge.
I have all the stats for it, but price. Okay. Well, when I don't have solid rules, it's my job as DM to say that they would run you anywhere between 5,000 gold pieces each, perhaps 6,000.
And Julian just gives a whistle. Impressive.
Yes. Mostly used by the Alpha and Union, so I can't sell that stock, but should you need a custom jump made, something smaller. We actually had a very interesting few individuals come by, readying themselves for the tournament with all manner of ornaments and black powder contraptions.
Tournament? What tournament?
Is it the tournament that the Scars hold?
Indeed.
What exactly happens in that place anyways? We've heard about it from a Sky Captain, but not too many details.
The Bowl of Judgment is a place held for, and at this point you hear Moshi stopping, you're taking my job, buddy. The Bowl of Judgment is where duels are being held between individuals who think that one has wronged the other. But every once in a few months they hold grand tournaments that the Scar Bearers seek individuals to recruit into their ranks, or simply hold a battle of glory for the entertainment of the crowd. The Bowl of Judgment is located, I'll show you on the map in a moment, but sorry, I'm closing canon and I'm opening Bowl of Judgment.
Don't worry, I have one more question for him anyways after.
Of course. Let me...
He says through gritted teeth.
The Grand Tournament held in front of 1,000 screaming fans in the Bowl of Judgment in the Sand Herald District. Should you be interested, you might become members of this. Register with the Scar Bearers. There is a sign-up price, a sign-up fee of 20 gold pieces, but the price of winning it is 1,000 gold pieces and fame across the city. 250 gold pieces are given to the runner-up. Usually the tournament has 16 competitors in total, and it consists of a series of one-on-one fights with the victor of each fight progressing to the next round. Any weaponry or magic is permitted. Characters who enter tournament. Yeah.
So it's not like a team thing.
It's not unheard of the teams would be there to support their fellow fighters with buffs and stuff, but you don't fight for them, no.
Interesting.
Yeah, you would have to talk to Sha'ed Kaltor, which is Sha'ed Kaltor is a name you've heard already. He's the ringmaster of the Bowl of Judgment. You've heard his name from the Blood Hunter back in Bazzoxan. Combat usually is supposed to be non-lethal, but you have priests on standby to stabilize any competitors who do get knocked out.
It's interesting. A tournament for 1,000 gold. Zeno, what do you think?
That sounds like fun.
When is it held?
Within 2 weeks' time.
Perfect.
I think that we should at least check it out.
Indeed.
Location-wise, the Bowl of Judgment is located right over here. In the Sun Herald district by the Cerulean Palace.
I had my character sheet up. Can you click it again?
Yeah, sure.
Right there. Okay. Oh, the potato.
It's a Coliseum, but yes.
I'm sure we'll have a lot of downtime. I mean, I don't mind watching. I don't know if I could compete, but
Come on.
I don't really have anything that's too offensive. It's never been, my aim to cause damage.
That's fair.
Does the entire event take place in one day? Or is it there like 1 or 2 to 3 fights per day?
16 days of exciting fighting. 1 day at a time.
Oh, 16 days. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I imagine we'll have some downtime in between what we're doing here.
Let me
Trying to
double check that
finance.
actually. I might be fucking making that up. 16 competitors in total consists of a series of 1-on-1 fights with the victory of each fight progressing in the next round. Nope, it's 1 day. Never mind. Sorry, I thought it was like this big old festival. No, it's 16 fights in 1 day. Sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, Nick. I just wanted to make sure that I don't fuck that up.
It's fine. As I was saying,
Shut the fuck up.
I forgot. I don't know. I ate a chip, and
I ate a chip and it lodged itself in my brain.
kinda, yeah. No, we'll have plenty of downtime, to kind of figure out where we need to go next, gather supplies, and try to find some answers. We'll spend some time in the library with Nia. But yeah, as they say, do as the Marquesians do. When in Rome.
when in Marquette.
When in Marquette. Yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind checking it out. Yeah.
Rye would ask if he might have perhaps boots of haste or something like that.
He'd be able to create some. Let me look it up real quick. Bits of haste. It all
I'm
depends.
just remembering boots.
Is that what they're called? I don't think they're called boots of haste.
I don't know what they're called, but I think you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean because I don't know what boots of haste are. Is it a critical role item you're trying to look up here, buddy?
It might have been. I don't know.
Okay.
What does it do?
It's a Tal'Darai campaign setting. Very rare item. He does not carry it. No.
Okay, he doesn't care. Okay. It basically gave him one extra action.
It's a
per
bonus
turn.
action haste spell. Are you kidding me? No, he doesn't have it.
My goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Did you say one extra bonus action per
No,
per
it's
turn?
Boots
bonus
of
action
speed, that's what it
haste. No, he doesn't have it.
While you wear these boots, you can use a bonus action, click the boost to heal together. If the boots are double your walking speed. If
You
the
have
boots-
your
oh,
racial
no.
feat.
Double your running speed.
Yeah, no,
Oh, I
no.
see.
I was trying to find something for his feet. I guess I'll just look for like a.
It's not
a
just
ring of
haste, guys. I just read
action.
it. It's haste. Okay, bonus action haste, and you don't suffer from the lethargy when the spell ends.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. He doesn't have it. Sounds like an awesome item, though.
I want it for Riot actually, because that would be fun.
Boots of Hermes.
What's Boots of Hermes?
It's just Hermes, the god of speed. That's what he was a god of, right?
Yeah.
The god of fast.
But yeah, I guess I'll look for like a ring of protection or a cloak of protection to add to my AC a little bit.
That wasn't Mystic Pursuits had one.
A ring of protection? No, not a
She
cloak
had a
of
cloak of
protection.
protection.
Did she? No, she didn't.
Yeah. She mentioned that she did.
She
She
had
had
the
the-
one you were wearing.
Yeah, you're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. She pointed to my cloak and said she had one. Like,
And you guys said no.
Oh, I looked when you gave me the list. I didn't see it there. Well, maybe we'll go back.
It wasn't on the list.
Okay, I'll maybe have to go back for that.
Mm. All right.
But I'll just sell the hide armor I have, the wooden shield, scimitar, and staff.
Half price, whatever they're worth. Do you have all that?
I'll go. I have it all next to me. I'm going to just do calculations real quick.
I trust you.
we want to get dinner. I'm starving.
Same, IRL. I'm making dumplings after this.
Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry.
Yeah, we can. It's 8:55. If you guys are just planning to do more shop, this is what I meant. I don't want to cut off session early if you guys don't want to. If you guys want to take the time to roleplay what you want to roleplay in the beginning of session, I'm all for it. If you think that's done with and you're just moving on, we'll move on. That's fine. But this is sort of what I was talking about, where a party will make a choice and I will go by it. But because otherwise it's you never know what certain actions will take. This took us 3 hours to just walk around a few places and shop around, right? So I want to make sure that everybody is getting what they want to get done, and if you haven't, then make a list for next session. We'll address it. I hope that we can handle any other shopping in RP chat, frankly, but we'll see.
Are you guys down to keep going for a bit?
We can do some. We can go get food and do campfire time if you guys want.
Sure.
Campfire.
It's already
That's what
9
it's kinda called.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
I'm
already
all for-
9 for fire.
I am all for the campfire time, but I would rather do that. I prefer to do that at the beginning or the peak of session, not
Okay.
towards the end when everybody's sort of winding down and getting a
Okay.
little.
It's fucking Tom's face.
No, he's fine. I agree with him. It's what I said. I'm echoing what he said before. Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just cramming it in there.
No,
You know, cramming it on in.
no need to cram anything. I'm all for calling it here. Right. If you want to go back to Alkamzi and get a ring of protection, sure. It is a. Let me look it up. We can handle it like right now because it's like literally one interaction, and you have the time. There's no rush. You guys manage your time as you will. Ring of protection, 5e. +1 AC to saving throws. Right, the one that looks like look how shiny it looks.
Basically.
This one is a
Wow, very shiny.
rare item. It's gonna cost you 1,000. She doesn't sell rare items.
Well, then
I'll make an exception. No, it's fine. I'll make an 1,250 gold pieces. 1250.
Lauren, you have all the bars, right?
No. The bars
the
were
bars
split up
in the back.
amongst all of us equally.
How many bars did you give Ride? I didn't write it down because it was in Discord.
Requires
You
attunement.
You had one bar.
Well, the last I remember,
No, you didn't get any.
Ride didn't get a bar,
That's it.
but
that's
then everything was revamped by Tom, and there was more bars out.
You should have the 4 1,000 GP bars. By the way,
Okay.
Who's paying? What's his face? Rohaya.
And that one was 2850. If I have 4, I'll give him 3, get 125 back.
That was 4,100, I believe.
No, it was 2850. Oh wait, plus your stuff.
Yeah, because we got 2 leather armors, crossbow bolts, and a breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
So
We need to give him at least one 5,000 GP bar.
500 plus
Zeno, can you do that since you have a bar?
This is my bar.
What are you doing in my bar?
You ain't taking my bar. This is my bar. I'm gonna live here now. No. Yeah, you need a bar? I'll, here you go.
You
One
get
back.
900 gold back.
Big day of shopping.
And
What are those? Okay, so that's the first big purchase, second big purchase, and then
Yeah.
your ring.
and my ring, which is 1250, which I'll give 2 bars, and I would get how much back? It's 1250, so I'll get 750 back.
I'm gonna say, guys, it's safe to say that you're in a bazaar slash area where items are being exchanged by the thousands of gold pieces worth. If you need to break those down to like some way that's convenient for you to track, be it more bars or more coins, go for it. As long as their amount is correct. I'm not gonna be tracking of denomination. You know, I feel like that's like a little bit of a hassle. So. As long as
Yeah,
you're
no, I'm keeping mine down. I have 2 bars left of 1,000.
Yeah, this is why I'm such an advocate of like gold is party gold. Different parties do it differently, but like maybe I'm just again barking my opinion, but I think it's a little bit more
I
convenient.
mean,
I would
we
just say,
split
why
up
don't we
amongst-
just...
we split up
Go
amongst each other, but we split up amongst each other, but we are kind of also like paying for each other's stuff. Like in
Yeah.
Mystic's Pursuit, like technically my stuff was only 1,200, but it came
No,
out
that's
to being
fine.
like 4,600 in total. It's like okay, I'll give my bar. You know, I'm covering for everyone else who was also getting stuff.
So speaking
That
about
wasn't. Well, hold on. That wasn't your bar. That was the party bar that had
Sure.
your portion plus extra.
Okay, okay,
So it wasn't
Wanna say
your
that.
bar.
okay.
right,
So, want to say that way?
I saw what you did. Trying to be high and mighty.
To be fair, I've actually created a document where I said 4,800 gold each, and I like literally have what everybody has on them and the gold thing, so Naya's not going to get screwed and not get anything.
Yeah, true. Yeah, please do. I hope that I've been trying to keep up, but it sounds like you've been doing a much better job of being an accountant.
So
Because
I'm just
we want to make sure
Accounting
that
Simulator.
at the end of the day, as I recall, everybody was gonna get, what did we say, 3,800?
4,800 gold.
No, that each
Yeah, it's-
player gets 4,800 gold
Yes.
worth of gold pieces.
Yes.
Adam. Okay.
So currently, I'm just going to go down the what I have for people in this buying session, what they have on him, if that's okay. I'm going to do Melina
right.
first. Pearl of Power, 600 gold.
Yes.
You have Protection, which is the Bracers of Protection, for
Yes.
1,000 gold. Bracers, sorry. I have your book, which is a +1 Grimoire, for
yes.
1,000 gold.
Yes.
Nick,
Um,
a question about that real quick. Before I forget, Nick, do you want to just like say we handled that, and you want to just have your Grimoire?
I was just gonna
Let's just
say
do that.
like, do you, yeah.
I really,
like that.
I don't want to
yeah,
micromanage. It's not
that's
adding
fine.
fun to the game. Let's just say that you have it, okay?
Yeah. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I thought about it and was like, what am I doing here? What am I winning? Like, oh yeah, wait a day. Give me your book from like. Let's move on with the adventure. Shopping. Moving on. Yeah.
Agreed.
okay. So, Wizard Inc., 200 gold.
Yeah, and that should be.
And then you're holding onto the bag of holding, which is 500 gold.
Yeah.
Julian did 1,200 gold worth of scrolls. And then I didn't write what scrolls you got. I just put them all together. I hope that's okay.
It's so fucking dumb,
I'm
but I
sorry.
love it.
Wait, so how does that work though? Because if you use a cantrip scroll like Booming Blade, it takes an action to use
Yeah.
the scroll.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why he did it, but he did it. But it's said and done.
No taxi
12
backseats.
Still,
and
trans-
12
still translates into casting the scroll, and still translate into casting the spell.
Yeah, but then how do you attack then? Because you have to
Yeah.
cast a spell.
Yeah.
You have to
You cast the spell, and the
you
attack
lose the
action
turn.
is
Part of
spell.
the when you cast a spell, it's also an attack action. Booming Blade is an action to cast, and part of the spell is you attack.
So he gets to attack and cast the spell cantrip, basically.
Well, I'm 90% sure that's how that works. Yeah, booming blade.
There's like two.
It's basically
Two
like Green
spells and
Flame
cantrips
Blade,
that can
but
do
it's
that.
force damage instead of fire.
Right. Well, not quite.
That was thunder.
Condition. It's thunder damage, and it's conditional if they move. It's not
It's
guaranteed.
thunder.
You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting, right? Because you need to make an action to cast it on a weapon. Brandish it, and then you make a melee attack as part of a spell. You make a melee attack with it against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon normal attack effects, and then becomes sheathed in this like booming energy until the start of the caster's next turn. If that target then like willingly moves 5 feet or more before the caster's next turn, it immediately takes thunder damage, and the spell ends. So, using in order to so using the scroll essentially is
Make sure you have a free hand. You can't carry a shield.
Yep. Actually, you don't need a free hand to read a scroll.
Tape it to the inside of your shield.
You can, Melina. Something I've actually seen. Something I've actually seen mages do, and I fucking love it because it's very Warhammer. Is people like would unfurl the spell scroll in their staff of adornment. You know that staff that can carry like a bunch of items. So they'll have like spell scrolls just like hovering, and they can just read it and cast. So totally cool. I like it.
You should do what Zeno said and put it to the back of your shield, like the inside of it.
Like a little cheat sheet
Yeah.
you're using on a test.
Yeah.
That's Julian with 1,200 gold for scrolls and then 1,250 for studded armor. Zeno, Manta Cloak, 1,000 gold. 20 plus 1 crossbolts for 500 gold. And for plus 1 studded leather, 1,250 as well.
Those of you who are getting magic items do know the ones that require and don't require attunement. Remember, you can only have 3 each.
Yes.
But that's good use of gold.
I only have, I think, 2. The sword and the ring. I have nothing else.
I think about it. This would have not been all possible if you haven't committed a war crime. Just kidding. If you haven't sold an earthquake spell to an anonymous buyer, having stolen it from Aloysia, having actually worked as a team with that cool. I still remember that was so epic with the whole Rye being like, Melina, toss me, like that moment. It's cool. I love that shit.
I was half tempted to have him bolt up with feline agility, but I didn't know if you would have me roll to see if you'd fall. So I was like, I'm gonna wait for Melina to toss me rather than me falling flat on my face.
Part of your racial feature, and you actually talked to me about this with your old DM, part of your racial feature is that you don't need to roll when you're climbing up difficult terrain surfaces. Right?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, so I wouldn't make it roll because it's part of your race. But using teamwork is just that much more epic, and I like it.
Yeah. And then last but not least, Riot, he did 1,100 for the breastplate plus 1. I didn't write plus 1 on that. And then Ring of Protection, which is a plus 1 to AC as well. And that was 1,250. So I'm going to calculate all this up in total for what everybody has on them. I know everybody else can do it now for themselves as well. But now that we have it all there for everybody, I thought it'd be easier to just go over before end of session.
No, I think that was smart.
I have my moments.
Melina spent 2,600.
So on Melina right now it's 600 plus 1,000 plus another.
Melina still has its spell scrolls on her that she can
200 plus
transcribe.
500. So
Yeah.
3,300 is on Melina.
Yo,
I'm
cannons.
sorry, how much did you say?
3,300 in totals on you.
Okay.
For Julian, 1,250 plus 1,200. 2,450 for Julian. I just thought maybe just calculating it all now real quick.
Yeah, it helps.
1,000 plus 500 plus 1250. 2,750 for Zeno.
I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry.
2,550.
Okay.
And for Riot, 1,100 plus 1250. 2,350. We still have a crap ton of money.
Yeah, you spent half your like less than half your money.
Yeah. Yeah. And Riot went from having, because I had to drop my shield for the blade, I went from 14 AC to 18 AC. Thank you, Zeno, for letting me use the breastplate.
Nice.
Titan armor.
Yeah, teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
I actually totally forgot that. I thought that was metal, but I totally forgot that was technically bug armor.
Now, I'm all for roleplay and love it, but just so you know, for future games, or if you ever play Druid again or whatever, just so you know, the whole Druids don't wear metal bit, it's not raw. So don't feel compelled to. I love the roleplay, but don't feel compelled to in future games.
Okay.
Or like feel weirded out when you see other Druids wear metal armor. I think it's more like a relic from previous editions where Druids were like really connected to nature, and like metal got in the way of like Feywild magic, which is why even when I play Druids, I go for the whole, well, my armor is made from like animal carapace, or like made from furs, made from wood and stuff. I still go for it, so I get where you come from. Just wanted to mention that, like, just so you know.
I thought I read something there in the player's handbook about that.
I'll find the exact sentence, but I've looked it up for like on your behalf and on my behalf back when I played Druid, when I played my Druid character Savra in Curse of Strahd way back when, and I was like, well, what if she's like a mercenary and she does druidic things like starlight things, but what if you want to wear metal armor as long as you're proficient with it? Like, what if I want to train in armor? Why should I be limited by class to like an armor type? It's kind of silly. So I looked it up. It's not raw, but I'll show you the exact sentence there. So if ever that becomes relevant in our campaign, don't feel compelled. But if you want to go with the whole thematic there, I love the thematic. Like chitinous armor, that's what the Aurora Watch is doing, right? They're more dexterous because it's lighter than metal, but it's still tough, and it's just chitinous armor. I'm sure you've seen it. I think I even have a handout of what their armor looks like, and it's freaking badass, especially on a druid.
That's what I'm just trying to stay with it, because like, I mean, it's his theme. I like trying to roleplay to the point where it's more realistic for me when it comes to a character. If I kind of break from what he's doing, it feels like it feels almost wrong for me to have him on Riot.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I get it.
But yeah, I also realized I have a couple gold rings I need to get rid of and stuff in my what you call it, like a couple gaudy gold rings we got from Bazozan and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I still gotta get rid of that stuff. Alrighty.
Yeah, there it is. I found it. Yeah, that's what their armor looks like.
Yeah, it looks badass.
I love it.
Now I'm just imagining Riot wearing something like that.
Yeah. Cricket people.
What creature
Give
are they
him boots of
harvesting?
haste, come on.
What creature are they harvesting?
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't want to lie to you. I'm sure Matt Mercer knows. I don't think, and Wright will agree with me here. Will agree with me here. I don't think Matt Mercer revealed that information, did he, in Campaign 2?
What's the chitin armor?
What's the chitin armor made of? What a creature. I can probably look it up on a wiki and just I'll look up a picture of it because I'm curious. It's not gonna be spoilers. So, what creature is Kryn armor made from? Critical Role. Armor of the Kryn. Oh no, it's just somebody fucking homebrewing it. Let's go to the wiki. Armor. Characters and armor uniforms. Soldiers and assassins from the Kryn Dynasty wear chitinous insect-like leather armor that protrudes in large sweeping hooks at the joints and shoulders. Yada 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 yada. The brow plates. Kryn soldiers additionally wear metal caps. Nope, doesn't even mention what creature it's made from. It's up to our imagination.
just says it's derived from creatures.
Yeah. Derived from creatures of Xhorhas. Various creatures of Xhorhas. Probably Alkegs and others. Doesn't have to be specific, I suppose. Boulet, probably, right? If you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, Boulet. Those sort of creatures.
Or Scorpio boys.
Or Scorpio boys. I don't think Matt Mercer would have limited the options for DMs. I think would have let DMs sort of come up with that.
The armor of the Royal Watch has insecticide appearance and chirps with like crickets when wind blows through it.
That's why they call them cricks. That's why the Empire racially refers to them as cricks, because when they sort of charge, they sound like a bunch of crickets.
My god, this is gonna be so much fun to roleplay. Like if
Sure. I'm just going through the concept art to see what I can share with you guys. In terms of concept art, I don't know. Might as well.
was he was talking about the maroon coming through
Who's
the crap. Oh, wrong Word document. Crap, I have too many Word documents open now.
Same. That was this entire session. You guys were asking me really good questions. I'm like, oh, answers. Gotta look them up. 5e tools, go.
Temple shops.
I can't.
Roy Attack.
Yeah.
He was talking about the maroon, wasn't he?
Which shopkeeper was that? Sorry, because
Sunfire Forge.
Sunfire Forge? No, I don't think it was talking about Morn 6.
Because he said it was like interesting people have come by buying stuff like this.
Oh yeah, individual. He was speaking that if you're interested in cannons, then I had a few interesting individuals interested in black powder goods and such. But I don't think I didn't mention the Maroon 6 by name or.
I didn't know.
Visage.
No, you didn't. But I was going to ask actually at that point. He was. I didn't ask, but I was going to ask if there was like if you saw an ogre or something like that. Half ogre.
Something for next session. How about that?
Oh well.
Just so we're not progressing narrative off session, since we've already called it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Did you know that a cannon can shoot up to 2,400 feet? That's its range.
Yeah. But how accurate, or is it just
with this advantage?
Attack?
+6 to attack. Disadvantage.
No.
So if I were to roll right now, I rolled 17 with disadvantage. 17 AC hits you from 2,400 feet away.
Yeah, you could just smoke people, just sniping people in an airship.
33 bludgeoning damage is what I just rolled. 33 bludgeoning damage from 2,400 feet away. Like, it's just funny to me. That's why they're so fucking expensive, but yeah. They're even more expensive for arcane cannons if they're enchanted, for like the ones on the ship that you saw in Bazaar. Yeah.
Question: are we going to say we slept or no?
I think we're going to pick up from where we left off for the sake of Nia, because it's only fair that Megan will get to also call what she wants to do. And you guys can have like a evening campfire time if you so wish. I don't want to flip time forward again, you know? We'll pick up from where we last left off. And yeah, we'll sleep whenever you guys want to sleep.
Get dinner at a nice restaurant and we can talk in there at like a booth.
Murshid knows all the best places. I actually have a question for you guys. How do you like it? Do you like discovering things on the go by asking the right questions and going to places that interest you guys? Or I have another option of just throwing everything all at once at you guys by giving you a pamphlet. I have a pamphlet for Ankarel. Like a tourist pamphlet.
I would say if we tip the guy good enough, or if he has fun with us and we don't really want to have a guide anymore, he would give it to us, maybe. Something like that.
You're trying to like compensate for his price. What I was asking you is, how would you like the adventure to be? Would you like the pamphlet, or would you like to discover things on your own?
Discovering on our own, kind of fun.
I'm looking for everybody's like as well.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking as well. I could see the benefit. I enjoy the mystery, but at the same time, sometimes it's hard to ask for things when you don't know what to ask for, without just going down a whole laundry list of, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this?
I remember, like, sort of bouncing off that, Lorian told me, like, is there anything in Ankarel that you feel like we're gonna miss if we don't, inquire enough? And I'm like, no, because it's an open city, and if you just don't need something, then you will never discover it. That's it. There will never be like, oh, you missed something plot pivotal, because you will come across it if the narrative and Destiny so sees, right? But everything like is auxiliary in this silly city, and you know, it's just some people like having options in front of them. So I'll give you guys time to think. I've been talking to some DMs on Reddit, and they were like, instead of having them take an excursion or discover the city by themselves, like most people do, I just gave them like a pamphlet for them to decide, and I was like, I'll give my group an option, essentially. So you decide.
Eventually.
Sure, yeah. It doesn't have to be
Why
right
not
now.
a little bit of both? You know, for now it'll be a mystery, and then
Sure.
after you've been here for a little bit, we can see the pamphlet.
A little souvenir from our sheet, sure thing. So I have Ring of Protection, Arcane Grimoire, Bracers of Defense, Cloak of the Manta Ray, Pearl of Power. All of those things have been purchased by you guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so none of the handouts I've shown you, I have to like delete now, right? I can just sort them into our treasure folder, right?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
I
cool.
wanted.
Go for it.
Well, I did want to add. Hold on, I was looking something up.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I feel bad asking to
Why?
switch something. I didn't know. I wasn't actually prepared to do a whole like shopping session, and so I was like, "Oh fuck! Like, what am I looking for?"
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to be looking for diamonds and stuff from a jeweler too.
Well, hold on. Before Nick forget what he was going to say. What were you going to say?
No, never mind.
Okay.
Because if it's there, it's there.
What are you worried about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're asking.
Well, I was gonna inquire. I was gonna be like, well, the Pearl of Power is great, but I was actually gonna maybe try looking for a Ring of Spell Storing.
Why not both?
Because I can't attune to that many things.
What are you attuned to right now?
Bracers, my Grimoire,
The Grimoire,
and the Pearl.
So
I was gonna see, is it possible to switch the two? But I feel like that's taking away, like you put that there and that's what's in the shop and everything. But I was caught off guard. I was like, oh fuck! Like
it's also a playing game, and if you guys want to casually like shop for items and make that a casual part of the game, I will not be like hardcore nerd about it. The only thing about Ring of Spell Storing, it's a rare item, so it's gonna cost. Let me look up something here. It's gonna cost you a lot. It's gonna cost you more than the other one.
Yeah, of course.
Your right arm.
I was also thinking like a ring of spell splitting might be nice for you.
Because a Pearl of Power is uncommon, right?
Yeah, that's uncommon.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you like about 5 times more the price. Up to you. What do you want? Do you want a Ring of Spell Storing or do you want a Pearl of Power? I
didn't know how much the ring is.
Let me look it up, okay?
3,000?
I have it right here. Dungeon Master's Guide. Dungeon Master's Guide. There should be, in 5e tools, I don't know what the implement is. On the very top, there should be a shortcut, speed shortcut. Dungeon Master's Guide, Monster Manual, Player's Handbook. Those three, like, trifecta on the very top. And everything else, like, you know, search for. Because me looking up DMGs. Redundant treasures, magic items, rare item, eh?
I believe so.
It is rare. I just got to it.
3,500 gold pieces, my guy. For a ring of spell sword.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I spoiled you guys with fucking Curse's Rod. But it's the real thing. Unlike in Curse's Rod where it was like a lesser version, this is like the full one where you can store up to 5 levels of spells worth.
Yeah.
Like up to 5th level. In Curse's Rod I reduced it a little bit because I was like, it's Curse's Rod, you need a little element of fear. Yeah. I'm almost torn between maximizing its price to 5,000. But you bought items en masse. You gave her a lot of gold, so you know, bulk price. Why not? I'm a giving god.
I
You're a
giveth,
nice
I
soul.
taketh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, carry on with whatever else. Let me mull over some stuff.
Sure. So along the same trip of Riot getting his ring of protection, you can get your ring of spell storing, trading the pearl for one for the other. Why not? Sure. After all, you have gold. I wanted this campaign to be different from Curse of Strahd, because in Curse of Strahd, I think the point is that you guys make a whole bunch of gold, but you have nowhere to spend it. And that's sort of the point of that Barovia fucking sucks. Whereas here I wanted the campaign to be like, no, you adventure, you earn gold, you can spend it. Yeah. So Ring of Spell Storing, I'll just make the handout for public. Ring of Spell Storing, just so I remember for next session, if you make a decision, that it's there. But here it is, that's how it operates, and that's how it looks. I'll sort it under treasure. Any other inquiries or feedback or anything anybody wants to say?
Does that? I believe the answer is no.
Okay.
But reading through the handout, the moon touch spear,
shit.
that's not attunement.
No, I
didn't
don't
read it
believe
today.
so. I think it's just merely...
I didn't believe so either. I just wanted to double check. So I still have 2 attunement slots, so I'm good for any future things.
My God, I didn't realize Ring of Protection also gives me +1 to my saving throws. I did not realize that.
Sure does.
I thought my whole list glitched because I'm like, why do I have +8 to my Wisdom save?
No, it's pretty awesome. Same thing with the Cloak of the Curator. Cloak of Protection. Special prizes to you, Kobold Soulfolk.
Jeez. Well, I'm ready to fight now. Still gonna get hit by Tom with his rolling like over 20 rolls.
Fight.
Right? It's just planning to be in the front line.
Okay.
So, Julian, just so you know, a cantrip spell scroll operates the same as a level 1 spell scroll. So here you go.
Oh.
It costs less, but it operates as a level 1 spell scroll for the sake of spell scroll wise. I believe. Let me double check that. Scroll. Because there's no oath level. There's no Zereth level spell scroll. So. Yeah. Cantrip.
Still have a spear.
Oh, they're just called cantrip. Okay. So let me do that. Spell scroll. Cantrip.
I spent. Simply at 4,800. That's crazy.
How much is the spear? I'm gonna sell the spear too. I don't need it anymore.
My mistake then. Good thing I can correct myself. Here we go, Alorian. There's a cantrip spell scroll. But if you... Actually, I'm not mistaken, because if you look at it, it's still DC 13, but attack bonus +5, so it's the exact same. But,
That attack bonus applies even if the spell was using my weapon attack as part of the scroll?
correct. For better or for worse.
It's a lot worse.
The thing why is because you're not the one who made the scroll. See, if Melina made a scroll, we'd be using her attack bonus. But this was made by one of the many mages of the Allegiance of Falsight University in the Crystal Chateau. Same seal that you saw before.
Would that actually apply for Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade though? Because part of that spell is that I'm making a weapon attack.
Yes, it's a weapon attack using your weapon. If this was a spell that used an attack bonus, right? Which is it's not. This is just the handout I gave you is for a general cantrip. It doesn't use a DC 13 either, so.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure it doesn't replace my weapon attack roll.
I don't think so. I can triple check that, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't because it doesn't when you cast it, right?
No, it doesn't. It just uses my weapon attack roll.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It just says
It's not
make
based
one
on
weapon
my
attack.
Spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just double checking that. For a second I was worried. I was like, oh my gosh, it's...
No, I don't think it's gonna nerf you like that. That would feel bad.
Great. Alright, we have...
Thank you for bearing with me. It's a big city. I know sometimes I need like a moment to read or I stutter or something, but yeah.
Cool city.
Even the pamphlet itself is like 28 pages, and I'm just like, yeah.
It's a manual to read.
It's a 28-page pamphlet.
Well, it's not 28-page book. It's a 28 like a tourist. Have you ever like seen a tourist pamphlet with like big text and shit? It's like, oh, welcome to this section. It has this, this, and that, right? Like big old paragraphs. But like even like a little summarizing of Ankorel pamphlet is like 28 pages, just to show you like how big the city is on the surface.
Sounds like a book.
Gotcha.
It's a book to me.
Sure.
Hey Tom,
What's up?
instead of putting Displacer Beast on armor, would I be able to put that into a cloak?
That's what it is.
Oh, it's a cloak. Okay, cool. 'Cause I was even thinking
do you
of,
know
like,
what
the
item
white
you're
cloak
asking
thing.
for, right?
I think I know what it is.
Yeah,
If you could link it, that'd make life easier.
Like you're asking for a cloak of displacement.
Oh, okay. Cloak of Displacement. I'm gonna go look at that in the compendium.
What did you think you were asking for?
I think I was just.
It looks
Cloak
like
of
this. You see how it has like little tendrils on either side of it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're literally like skinning the beast and making it. It's a rare item, which I disagree with it. I think, personally, if it were for lore, it would be legendary, but it's rare because of the mechanics required to hunt it down. I just don't have it available in shops because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Going to Tactical Club, right?
Well, you wear this
See,
cloak.
Riot,
protects
I would
the
love
illusion.
to be able to get that cloak, but put the Displacer things on the edges of the white fur cloak my guy has from Brian,
Mm-hmm.
and just have that on the back of his chittering armor. I just have like the mental image of really cool Tabaxi.
Causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack against you. If they have advantage, they roll normally. If you
Yeah, I
take
know.
damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. This property is suppressed while you are incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise. Why do people say this is OP? It says if you're restrained, the fucking magic item does not work.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's
So
not
just
OP. It's
get-
just really good if you're not restrained or incapacitated.
yeah, it's really good against ranged shit. It's not OP.
Well, if you get hit, yeah, like how you said, like if you get hit, it drops the effect until.
Like restrained
So
is
you
an
take
ongoing
one.
effect. Yeah.
It's more like what it does is it reduces the chance of getting a nat 20 rolled on him.
Oh, get this. This property is pressed while you're incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise unable to move, including grapple.
Yeah.
So not just restrained. Or stunned? I don't remember stunned.
Stun you can still move slightly if you're stunned. You just like wiggle a little bit. That's how Mercer did it. But I mean, if
Right.
you're stunned, you're unable to move. It's
So-
up to you as DM.
Yeah, no, but as long as
He
you're
probably
not...
flavored it.
You just need to keep like moving it. Well, who flavored it?
Didn't Mercer? If you're stunned, I don't think you can move though, can you?
I'm checking right
Yeah,
now
he's
under conditions.
Move.
Rules is
It's-
written you're not supposed to be able to move when you're stunned.
Stunned.
Yeah, the word move means literally to
Yeah.
in this game. The rule you move your feet to go a square, not like you can shake your shoulders.
That's what the item means exactly. A stunned creature is incapacitated. Therefore, if you're incapacitated, you cannot move and use. Yeah. So stunned, unconscious, restrained, grappled or prone. Poisons that make you unable to move. Some are petrified, paralyzed. Yeah.
It's not OP as people think. It is good.
Frightened in a corner. That's my favorite. That's you can't run, so you can't move. I wonder if that's a ruling. Also, it's a ruling because item is intended, right? You're supposed to the illusion is supposed to like make you so you have like an after image as you move. So if you're pressed to a corner, what difference is that from you just being like grappled, right? Unable
You
to
shake
move.
your shoulders and do the shimmer.
Although suppose technically you could move up. Whatever. Let's forget about frightened. That's opening a jar of worms. Cool. Or I wonder if charming somebody would be like, no, he's still able to move. He just are charmed not to move, commanded to stand still. I don't know. It's something to discuss between DM and players. I find because if it's like it has to operate on both sides, like across both combat sides. It's OP. It's just not something that's carried in shops all the time. So maybe we'll make a quest out of it.
I'm hoping it would be a fun quest. I think.
Yeah, maybe find a faction in Ankorel that hunts beasts like that, who is renowned for Honeybee, sort of kind of, what was her name in campaign 1? The something take.
Oh, the Slayer's take.
Slayer's take. Exactly. Like, just find a Slayer's take if I'm correct.
Yeah, I thought that was the
Scarbearers?
fighting arena. Yeah.
Might be.
The who? What were they? Did I not have their name written down?
Scarbearers.
Oh, shit. I barely got enough money.
Nice.
I can't get the bracers though.
No?
I already
Wait.
paid for that.
Why can't
Huh?
you?
I don't have enough money for it.
I already paid for the bracers. It's fine. You're Gucci.
Well, how
What-
about this? How about
What do
this?
you mean you can't?
I was
What
saying
do you
out of the sum total that I had, out of my share, 4,800, I didn't have enough to buy everything, so I had to sacrifice the bracers.
Make sure
How
you're not paying for stuff that
What are
I
you
already
talking
paid for.
about?
Okay,
The
that's
bracers
a lot
and
of
defense?
talking.
Yeah.
Are you talking about if you got the ring?
No, the
The other
Yeah,
bracers.
if
ring?
I got the ring, if
Yeah.
I got the ring of spell storing,
Oh,
Okay, that's why we're all confused.
That's-
We didn't realize
that's
what you're
the-
talking about.
yeah, that's where I've been
Thanks,
trying
Ryan.
to figure out.
You're
I have
welcome.
the ring of spell storing, so I can't get the bracers, and I'm gonna drop
That was
those.
the missing piece. How much was the ring of spell storing? It was like
3,500.
crazy high.
3,500. He'd be at
Damn.
6 with if he got rid of. Sorry, I'll just bring up my calculator.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, people changing stuff.
D&D accounting simulator.
330 subtract 600
I-
plus 3,500 equals. It'd be 6,200. He's at. So even with removing the bracers,
Even what? Yeah. What? So what are you at now?
I have 200 gold
5,300.
left.
because with 2,700 on you plus 350 puts you to 620. And if we remove the bracers as well, oh shit, that was bad. Bad, Will. Bad.
Hold on. I got my finances. I have 4,900 gold total on me. God damn it. Okay. Minus 3,500 for the ring is 1,400 left in my personal bank account. Minus another 1,000 for the arcane book. Minus 200 for the inks that I bought, which leaves me 200 less.
I
200
already
left.
paid for the inks.
No, I know that.
I paid for all the shit that we got in that shop with the.
Yeah, I'm saying if you want to take it from the massive pool, then
Yeah.
that's fine. But, you know, that means
I mean,
technically
we
I
already-
took the larger share.
It's fine. Don't. It's fine. I mean, we already paid for it. It's just extra math if you want to pay for it yourself. And now it's like, okay, well, how much?
No,
How much
what
am I
Nick's
not
trying
paying
to
for
say,
now?
Lorian, what Nick's trying to say is that he's dipping into the funds that other people could have of the 4,800 allotted to them.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. Is he's now taking from whether it would be Julian, Zeno,
Oh,
Naya,
okay.
or Riot. That's what
How
he's
much-
saying.
How much dipping do you need?
No, currently with what I have right now,
Oh.
I'm fine. With the Ring of Spell Storing, my Arcane Book, and my inks, I have 200 gold left total out of my own personal 4,800 that I would be shared with. However, I did want to bring up, because we haven't been able to do it for a couple sessions now, but Julian, you have the
Cloak.
the cloak. Melina's been wanting to, we just haven't had the time. But because now we have a lot of money going around, she wants to know if she can actually have the cloak, be it that it's from the Library of the Cobalt Soul, and that you don't need it anymore in Betrayer's Rise, and that she would like to see it returned to either. She would like to have it and be returned to the.
Did you admit to him that you want to return the cloak?
No. Not return it to the library, like to be in the hands of a member.
Yeah, sure. You can have it back. You can have
Because
it.
then I was gonna say if you have the funds, but it's up to you if you wanted to have the bracers. Then
He can't use
No,
the
those
bracers.
don't work with
oh no,
armor.
that's right.
It doesn't work with armor. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can have the cloak anyway.
Okay, so what's happening? Because
We
your
know
accounting
that
here
that's
is trying to
what's
do
happening.
everything.
No. So Melina spends 3,500 on ring of spell storing. Spends another 1,000 from arcane grimoire. 200 wizard inks, and that's it. That's what she purchased.
So,
With her share.
so you're going to go back on the bracers and the pearl.
Yeah, those are not in the inventory anymore.
So,
Okay.
Tom, you okay with this?
Yeah.
So that would be 1,600 going back, and then 3,500 going in.
So once you've done all that math right, just give me the number of remaining syndicate paid out.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's just 24,000 minus whatever you spent today. That's all it is.
24,000. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Which is, you said gold spent is 1,350.
Well, what do you have?
You have to change
Because
it
you just
now.
did all that accounting, no?
Yeah, I'm going to do it all right now. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm just double checking with you because I might have made a mistake with not accounting for 200 for gold pieces for inks and returning for the pearl. So instead of doing all that, since you're already doing there, I'll just trust you
Yeah,
with
so
the math.
I'm just gonna delete the pearl and the bracers right now,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to recalculate everything. Just give me a couple more.
No, I need it now. I needed it by Saturday. Well, you're
You know
fired.
why you're not paying me enough?
Yeah.
You're dropping the pearl of power as well.
3, 5.
Yeah, I can't have all that.
2,500
Counting to all.
plus 1,000.
You could if you were an artificer.
200. Technically, the bag of holdings taken from a pool of our money, anyways, that he has on him, anyways. So
I have a bag of holding. Yeah.
4,700. So Melina spent 4,700 on herself.
Nice.
500. 1,200. 1,250. So there was that. And we're at 1,000. 500. 1,250.
I'm waiting for the ding.
Ding! Alright, subtracted by 24,000, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, 24,000
Yeah, 24,000.
subtracted by that number, yeah.
So, oh fuck. Quick one to the chat, the calculator just went meep! Okay. So, total left in pay is 11,250 in total, Tom.
Sounds about right. That's with the difference of items like exchanged just now last minute. Okay.
Yeah, I deleted the other two items and then I calculated everything.
I mean, I'll take that ring of power then.
Oh,
No worries.
one ring of power?
Yeah, I mean it's.
What does the ring of power do then?
Wait, what would you do
Zeno,
with it,
do you cast spells?
Cleric spells now.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
right. Yeah, fall for it. Cool. I was just making sure. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Supreme bonfire coming up.
Supreme Ball.
Ultimate bonfire.
Yo, can I buy 20 spell scrolls of bonfire, please?
Bonfire, please.
Just burn the scroll, man. Just set it on fire.
plus 600. So then total, Tom, just recalculated it.
I should
I
have
feel I
rolled
should get like secondary inspiration for this.
accounting feat.
Yeah, or something. So total spent now is that. And I'm going to now subtract that from the total amount. It is now going to be 10,950.
950.
Yeah.
24,000.
Oh wait, shit. My
Yeah.
bad.
It's that. It's this.
Yeah, it's 10,650, yeah.
Left. Cool. I'll mark that in the little handout just so I'm tracking on my end as well. Coolio. Amount spent in session 23. Coolio. I'm glad we did a shopping session because that means we didn't have to bite into narrative that Nia would have missed.
Yeah, and plus doing it in session is. I don't think that we would have really had all the clarification understanding that we got in person.
Yeah,
As
1065.
opposed to chat.
Sure, whatever's convenient.
Have 13.
With payout remaining 1065. 0. Gold pieces. You know, whatever denominations you want those gold pieces be at. I introduced bars as a means of currency for you guys, because I think adventurers traveling with 10,000 gold pieces is insane. At 1/3 a pound a gold piece.
Yeah, I just put it in gold for me at my sake in my own character sheet, just so I don't get confused.
Yes. Alrighty then. If that be all, I hope you had fun. Wishing you guys a good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
No,
Hey, everyone.